he's a bound kid now. Our kids love him. He's a great teammate, very prepared, reminds me a lot of Charles Maxwell, who was our QB last year. Watches a lot of film, asks a lot of questions, and he looked really good in both scrimmages, but really, really good last Friday night, running and throwing the football.
Everybody knows about Pro Throw and his ability and what he's done and type guy he is. People are probably going to key on him, but that opens up the door for other guys, correct?
Yes, he's a very selfless kid. That's what makes him such a great teammate and such a great person. And he helps our football team more than just catching touchdown passes. He had 22 last year, but, we're going to take what the defense gives us. So if they decide to double cover him, now you're playing your 10 guys on their 9 while they're spending 2 out there. And it just gives you an opportunity to run the football or get the ball to other people in our offense. And he's pumped and happy when other kids score. So, yeah, he kind of helps us. We're going to dictate to the defense what they do. We're going to figure out if they're going to try to take him away, and if they're going to single cover him, then we're going to let him go win that ball. If they double cover him, we're going to count the numbers in the box, and if we've got more than they do, then we're going to run the football.
It's nice to be able, if they go single coverage, just to throw it out there and let him go get it, isn't it?
Well, it's not a 50-50 ball to him. It's a 80-20 ball when you throw to him, and he's such a big, strong, receiver, and he knows how to use his body, and Hopkins is figuring out how to throw to him, so he's going to be a huge part of what we do. But our other guys are going to be just as big, because when they do take him away, and some people will put 3 people over there on him, if they do take him out of the game, that's when your other guys have to step up, make plays, and score touchdowns to help you win football games.
Shootout last year in the opening game against Fellowship Christian. You look for the same kind of game this go around?
I'm going to be mad if it is. Look, we didn't want to give up that many points last year. I about threw up. But, that game last year, we jumped out 14-0, and we actually had that conversation with our players after practice today, just about life. It never turns out how you expect it to, and it's how you react to that, whether you're going to be successful or not. I said those kids could have laid down, and they didn't. They fought their way back in that game. And, if you remember the game, they threw one up with no time on the clock, scored, and chose to go for 2 in the win on the road, which we would have done the same thing. And, through shootout, we hope that we score, and we hope they don't. But bottom line, if it turns into another game like that, I hope we've got one more point at the end of the game than they do.
Thank you, sir. Safe travels. Good luck Friday night.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and we appreciate all that you guys do and the coverage you give us.
Thank you, sir. Bowden head coach Rich Finley on the road. Fellowship Christian starts of the season and defending 3 straight state titles as they begin the new season. The John Thornton Buick GMC Coaches Clinic, hosted by American Pie Pizzeria, continues. We come back with more after this timeout.
Don't miss the biggest sell of the year. It's the John Thornton Buick GMC Summer Send-Off. Right now, take $10,000 off MSRP on the new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. $6,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Buick Envision. And $5,750 off new GMC Terrain models. Hurry, because just like summer, these deals won't last long. John Thornton Buick GMC on North Park Street in Carrollton. GMC, we are professional grade.
American Pie Pizzeria is a family-owned restaurant and so much more. It's a family-friendly place to enjoy a lunchtime buffet, hot subs, salads, wings, and sizable calzones. It's a place to connect with friends, colleagues, and community. Dine in Monday through Saturday from 11:30 till 9 p.m. at 927 Maple Street in Carrollton. For takeout orders, 770-832-3000. American Pie Pizzeria. Like it says on the box, you never forget your first piece.
Now, back to Coach's Clinic.
Our final sit-down with this week's edition of the John Thornton Buick GMC Coaches Clinic, hosted by American Pie Pizzeria, is Carrollton head coach Joey King. Opened the season with Woodward Academy coming into Gresham Stadium. Great run last year, terrific season. Lost some key components from that squad, so that's the great thing about being a high school coach, isn't it? It's a new year every year, right?
It is, and you gotta kind of build your system around the people that you got, and we've got a really good foundation here, but obviously we want to play to the strength strengths of our players. And I think offensively we got a good group to do that with. Defensively, we're still trying to figure out our identity a little bit. You know, we lost some guys on the back end. We had a few set last week that didn't play, so it'll probably be a process of figuring out that identity on the defensive side of the ball.
But you haven't changed schemes completely, have you?
No, we're not going to do that. Our system is flexible, you know, in what we do. It's just a matter of, you know, a lot of times coaches say it's not what you know, it's what the players know. I don't even believe that. I think it's what you know. It's not what you know, but it's what the players know and they can do, you know. So we're trying to figure out, again, what our strengths are going to be.
What did you learn from the scrimmage last week?
Yeah, I learned we took a butt chewing at the half and came out and played a lot better third quarter. The first half in the scrimmage, just getting the rust off a little bit. And as a coach, you know, I expect perfection every time we go out there, and you know that's not always the case. So our guys, we sputtered a little bit in the first half, and then did a really, really good job of playing Trojan football in that third quarter. So I was definitely pleased with how we responded, but not really pleased in the first half.
Well, I will admit, I told someone at halftime that they probably would have to repaint the walls when you got through at halftime.
We had a great conversation, nice and casual. You know, good come to Jesus meeting.
All right, Woodward Academy. Last year, 8-4, I think, second round of the state playoffs. Year before, they were in the state finals, lost to Thomas Central. What do you expect from this year's squad?
They're a very, very talented team. You know, they got a quarterback that's about 6'2", 6'3". He's throwing it all over the place. Watching last week against GAC, they got a couple of guys that can really go get it. They're big on the front. They play a couple of their guys both ways, but I think they're a really talented football team. John Hunt's done a really good job. You know, last year I felt going into the game we were a little bit ahead from a special team standpoint, but I watched them throughout the course of the season, and then also they did a live special team scrimmage against GAC to have that experience. So I think they're an extremely well coached bunch that's got talent that can beat you. The depth is not great, you know, but they're playing their guys on both sides of the ball, so we're going to lean on our conditioning program a little bit, and hopefully that pays dividends down the road, you know, in the second half.
Like you, there's a lot of tradition in that program, isn't there?
Yeah, they've had some really good players come through, and Coach Hunt's been there for a long time. He played at Florida when my Uncle Joe coached at Florida. Wow. And then he went on to play in the NFL, and he's coached at all levels, and he does a really good job. So we know his club they'll be battle tested and well coached.
Your bunch this year, this is the first ones you've had, what, 9th grade through or 8th grade through, I guess, right?
Yeah, so this group was 8th graders when I got here, and you know, to see their maturity come into play and them grow as leaders and then also grow as football players and physically grow as well. It's been a pretty cool process to see, but most of these guys have been with us throughout the duration of my time here. So it's a special bunch, a fun bunch to coach, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform this season.
Sitting in that chair as the head coach, is that one of the pleasure seeing guys grow and mature like that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things. You know, as a college coach, you don't get to see that because you're not in the community. You're not walking the halls of the elementary school and coaching them in rec football camps. You know, but these guys came to the little camp that we did when we first got here, and now they're seniors. So seeing that process and then buy into the culture and who we want to be as a program, it's one of the things that I really enjoy as a head coach.
A couple of things tonight that you think are important going in.
Just playing Trojan football, like I talked about, and what that is. I mean, X's and O's are X's and O's, and football is always football. Good teams block and tackle well. They take the ball away, and they don't turn it over, you know. So if we do those things and limit, you know, some pre-snap or post-snap penalties that we had in the first half, you know, I like our chances.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you. Go Trojans.
Carrollton head coach Joey King, our guest here on the John Thornton Buick GMC Coaches Clinic, hosted by American Pie Pizzeria. One final word. We come back after a timeout.
If you've been getting that new-to-me car itch, but can't find the car you want, then check out John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. There's never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Used car values are at all-time highs. John Thornton Buick GMC has a great selection of certified and pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from. For excellent service and big savings, go to John Thornton Buick GMC on Highway 27 in Carrollton. Shop their huge inventory of certified and pre-owned online at johnthorntonbuickgmc.com.
American Pie Pizzeria is a family-owned restaurant and so much more. It's a family-friendly place to enjoy a lunchtime buffet, hot subs, salads, wings, and sizable calzones. It's a place to connect with friends, colleagues, and community. Dine in Monday through Saturday from 11:30 till 9 p.m. at 927 Maple Street in Carrollton. For takeout orders, 770-832-3000. American Pie Pizzeria. Like it says on the box, you never forget your first piece.
Now, back to Coach's Clinic.
We hope you've enjoyed our first installment of the 2025 edition of Coach's Clinic. And a big shout out to all of our coaches. Thanks to them for giving us their time and talk about their games. One more time, a look at tonight's schedule. Carrollton hosts Woodward Academy. You can hear that game on KISS 102.7. It'll be McNair coming into Temple Rogers Stadium to take on the Tigers. Central is on the road at Spalding County. That game can be heard on Great Classics 98.9. Villa Rica opens the year at Troup County. Mount Zion is on the road to Chattahoochee County. Bowden at Fellowship Christian tonight. You can hear that game on B92 Country. Heard County hosts Clarkston, and Haralson County visits Mount Pisgah Christian. King Country is the home of Rebels football. King Country 93.7 and 101.9. I'm Mike Paris. Thanks for your time. The John Thornton Buick GMC Coach's Clinic, hosted by American Pie Pizzeria. We're done for this week. Stand by. High school football coming up next after these words from Granite Sports.
Don't miss the biggest sell of the year. It's the John Thornton Buick GMC Summer Send-Off. Right now, take $10,000 off MSRP on the new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. $6,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Buick Envision. And $5,750 off new GMC Terrain models. Hurry, because just like summer, these deals won't last long. John Thornton Buick GMC on North Park Street in Carrollton. GMC, we are professional grade.
I'm former Atlanta Braves Otis Nixon. I know a thing or two about a steal, and I got a steal when I gave Dollar a holler. If you give them a call, I guarantee you your system is going to be running better than it ever did before.
Whether you're in need of service or a full unit replacement, give Dollar a holler for all your home comfort needs. 770-834-6001.
I got a steal when I gave Dollar a holler.
770-834-6001. Online at dollarheatingandair.com.
This is Jut Howard with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Create a field of dreams in your home lawn this season with Tiff Tough Bermuda, UGA's newest turf grass release. Is a lack of sunlight causing your lawn to become thin or bare? Use Xeon Zorgia, great for lawns with shade. Call and speak with one of our certified turf professionals to learn more about all of our premium farm fresh sod varieties that are backed by a 1-year warranty. We can schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg, or find more information at our website, ngturf.com.
A lot has changed since 1971. A copy of Sports Illustrated was 15 cents. Gas was 36 cents a gallon. The first computer mouse was patented, and the first Ford vehicle rolled out of the Don Rich Ford showroom. One thing that hasn't changed since then is the quality of sales and service provided by Don Rich Ford. The vehicles have changed, but the experience of buying a car from Don Rich Ford hasn't. Stop by today in downtown Villa Rica or visit them online anytime at donrichford.com.
Hi, I'm Christine Swanson, Chief Financial Officer of American Commerce Bank. I've called West Georgia home for more than 30 years, and I'm proud to be a part of American Commerce Bank's team of hometown bankers. Whether you're looking for a personal checking or savings account, or you need a bank dedicated to providing custom solutions to help your business grow, you can count on our team of local bankers to meet your needs. Come see us in Bremen off Highway 27 near Walmart, or at our Carrollton branch right across from the courthouse. American Commerce Bank, member FDIC.
Hightower Family Funeral Homes with locations in Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville have been serving the West Georgia area for over 90 years. The Hightower family continues to maintain the level of professionalism, integrity, dignity, and compassion that has been the hallmark of the Hightower Family Funeral Home services throughout the 9+ decades. On any given day, you'll find the Hightowers actually involved with the families and communities in the West Georgia area. Hightower Family Funeral Homes, Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville.
Hello, I'm Keith Runnels with Merrill & Associates. We want to be your one-stop shop for all your HVAC needs. We repair, replace, install, and maintain all your home and commercial HVAC equipment. We still believe that integrity and honesty along with outstanding customer service is what sets us apart from all of our competition. Turn to the experts and give us a call at Merrill & Associates, 770-834-7330. You'll be glad you did.
following is a special sports presentation of Granite Sports, the Georgia High School Association, KISS 102.7 and B92 Country. Good evening and welcome to the Georgia High School Association Class 6A State Championship game on KISS 102.7 and B92 Country. You're listening to high school football coverage on B92 Country, WBGR FM Carrollton, and KISS 102.7 WCKS Brewders Carrollton.
Now it's time for the KISS 102.7 Game of the Week. Brought to you by
Dollar Heating and Air, NG Turf, Don Ridge Ford, Hightower Funeral Homes, West Georgia Technical College, American Commerce Bank, John Thornton Buick GMC, Raised Right Concrete Leveling, Nut Roofing, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Merrill and Associates.
Now, let's go live to the stadium with tonight's game to bring you all the action. Here's Mike.
Good evening and welcome to Grisham Stadium, home of the Carrollton Trojans, the start of the 2025 high school football season. Not the greatest of weather. It rained earlier, still had some few sprinkles, but going back to right around 4 o'clock, 4:30. 2 good showers that rolled through here, a little thunder, a little lightning, and a sprinkle or 2 here and there since then. But we're ready to play some football tonight in this season opener as the Trojans entertain the War Eagles from Woodward Academy. I am Mike Paris, and alongside is Larry Evans. Officially makes his debut tonight. He got a little practice. He got the scrimmage last week and got it going. Former Trojan, playing here, teaching here, coaching here as well, and knows everything you need to know about this Carrollton High School program. So the Trojans come in. State champions, went to the state championship game last year. Second time in 3 years for Carrollton to do that. They beat this bunch. They're going to play here tonight as they knocked off Woodward Academy in that season opener last year, 28-14. But both teams, Larry, a little different looking than they were this time last year, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Both teams have lost some big-time college football players and have to reload heading into this 2025 season. The Trojans had 10 seniors who signed scholarships to play at the college level. So obviously that leads to a lot of questions about who's going to replace that production and replace those plays. On the other side for Woodward Academy, their quarterback last year, who Carrollton had a terrible time trying to bring to the ground. He's a freshman at Navy this year. They also had a receiver, Abdullah, who caught a touchdown against us, who's a freshman at UVA. And then Jerome Bettis Jr., the Bus's kid, is a freshman at Notre Dame. So both teams lost some big pieces, some big players, and we're going to get some answers tonight about who's going to replace them.
But both teams have some pieces, big pieces returning. Carrollton, 7 guys already committed to Division I programs?
Yeah, Carrollton, it's never an issue of rebuilding. It's always a reload. We got some major college commits, 2 to UGA and left tackle Zyke Helton and receiver Ryan Mosley. CJ Gamble's going to be headed to my alma mater, Georgia Tech. Dorian Barney's headed to the Big Ten from Michigan. Then we've got D.A. Logan headed to Georgia Southern, Peyton Zachary to UNLV, Caden Spradling to Memphis. So just because Carrollton lost one of their greatest quarterbacks in school history last year and lost 5 defensive backs to major college football, don't feel sorry for Carrollton. We're gonna be just fine.
So you mentioned losing the quarterback. Now 2 guys are trying to replace him, and Mason Holtzclaw transferred in, and C.J. Cipher. Both those guys did some things pretty good in the scrimmage last week, and probably some things Coach King would like for them to do better, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Always want to be able to protect the ball. Mason Holtzclaw threw an interception early in the ball game, deep in our own territory, that set up Hateville Charter's lone touchdown of the game. Obviously, you don't want to see that, but it's going to happen with a young quarterback. Obviously, Mason Holtzclaw started at the Christ School in Asheville, North Carolina. I might sound like a football snob, but I think it's safe to say that the lights in Grisham Stadium on a Friday night are a little bit of a different environment. So in my eyes, it's going to be his first start in big-time high school football today. C.J. Cipher's a little bit younger. He's a kid that's been in our system for several years. If you've been to any middle school games, you know we're not out there running the single wing. We're running the same system that we run at the high school level. So C.J. Cipher's very well versed in that. Very talented kid, throws a beautiful ball. I've been watching him as a ball boy out here in 6th and 7th grade, throwing just one of the smoothest spirals you ever see. So excited to see him on the field. We saw one of them in the scrimmage last week to Peyton Zachary, a beautiful fade. for the Trojans' first touchdown. So we're going to see both of them, I have a feeling. Both of them did enough good things, I think, to merit some time on the field. And again, I think it's coming from a place of blessing that we're going to have two quarterbacks on the field, not necessarily out of necessity like you see in a lot of places.
Yeah, they've got plenty of weapons. You mentioned Zachary Mosley at Ryan Mosley at wide receiver there. Cam Wood, I thought last week, had an outstanding performance in that scrimmage against Hapeville Charter.
Yeah, no matter who the quarterback was, the constant was Cam Wood was picking up yardage on the ground in between the tackles. He's also very dangerous in the screen game, high-level baseball player, so he's got great hands, so you'll see him receiving. The big thing is once you get him into space, nobody wants to tackle him. So he's very exciting to watch, whether he's, again, working between the tackles, knocking down linebackers, or out on the edge, making bowling pins out of defensive backs.
Defensively, there's experience, but yet there's some young guys there too, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I mentioned that we lost a lot of high-level defensive backs. I believe we lost 5 to Division I college football. So, again, in modern high school football, the back end is key. But, again, we have some experience coming back going to fill those spots. Obviously, you have Dorian Barney, who was dealing with a little bit of an injury. We're glad to have him back. He'll definitely anchor the secondary for us.
Spradlin is a guy that's been very good. The one thing, there's a mixture of experience. There's not much junior class. It's what, seniors, and then it's sophomores after that for the most part, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We had a very talented 9th grade team last year. Obviously, those young men have coordinator Nate Masters' group to make him uncomfortable and put him in situations where he might need to, tend to do a little bit more than he can.
What do you expect? What do you look for from them offensively and defensively from Woodward?
They're very sound. I had a chance to watch some of the scrimmage. They don't really blow your doors off with anything schematically. I mean, it's a lot of power and zone run. Again, they just execute it very cleanly. They're a very experienced group. In their scrimmage last week, they only started one underclassman, so a lot of juniors and seniors and kids with experience. They'll play a lot of kids both ways as well. I think that's going to be a factor in the second half. As you mentioned, the weather's not the best today, so we don't have a lot of that same heat that we're accustomed to this time of year like we did a couple of years ago where I about melted in the stands at that Langston Hughes game. But, once the snaps start to roll up, I think that could be a factor for us in the second half, and it could be what helps Carrollton pull away in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Hunt tries to manage possessions. I think it'll be in their best interest to try to limit possessions since they had 6 kids starting both ways in that scrimmage last week. Again, that means those kids aren't coming off the field, and eventually they're going to get worn down. So I think they're definitely going to have to try to control the clock, control possessions, keep their first game starting quarterback in good down and distances, keep them on schedule, and just try to keep them comfortable.
2 new coordinators for Carrollton. You don't see that too often, but really no change in what Joey King wants to do from that standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. We're very fortunate to have Nate Masters take over as defensive coordinator. I think this is his first year coordinating in high school, but he's had, 6 years experience as defensive coordinator at Berry College. was also coordinator of some very good defenses at West Georgia under David Dean. I believe his 2021 defense finished top 30 in the nation in total defense, 28th if I'm not mistaken. So he's got a lot of experience. He had also been with our previous defensive coordinator, Justin Montgomery, who's the new head coach at Jones County. So the structure of the defense looks the same. I'm sure Coach Masters is going to put some wrinkles on it here and there, but it's going to be a pretty seamless transition. Same thing with the offense. New offensive coordinator Dusty Phillips comes to us. He was the athletic director most recently at his alma mater, Carrollton County. He goes back a long way with Coach King, having played on some very good Carson Newman teams in college. Coach Phillips is an offensive lineman there. He later coached with Coach King on some of those great Cartersville teams. And with Coach Perkins moving on, it just made sense to bring Coach Phillips up. Obviously, it'll still be Coach King's system, and it should be a pretty seamless transition. So while hearing that you have two new coordinators along with a lot of fresh faces on the field, again, it would be a source of panic at a lot of places for Carrollton. It's just pushing forward, business as usual.
The third member of our crew is on the sidelines tonight is Ellie Pritchard, our answer to Aaron Andrews here on Friday Night Lights, right? We'll do that. So, you got a game in last week. Is there a little different feeling down there tonight than a week ago for you? Hello, Ellie. I don't think she heard me. All right, we'll try that again here in a minute. No, I don't. Nope. Nothing down there yet. Waiting for the captains with Mosley, Zachary. Was that Spratling? For the Trojans, and also the kicker. Well, we didn't talk about special teams. With the special teams and Vargas, he's a pretty good weapon for Carrollton, isn't he?
He really is. He had a very good year last year for us as the punter and kickoff specialist. Trojans lost Carlos Hernandez, was a very good place kicker. Unfortunately, Vargas has some skills on that side as well, placements. So he'll be handling both of those duties this year. I believe he was a perfect 100% putting kickoffs in the end zone last week. That takes a lot of pressure off your special teams, not having to worry about cover kicks. So he also had a big tackle for us last year against Gainesville, I believe, saved a touchdown. So he's a very good athlete overall, very good weapon. So he gives us continuity in the kicking game. Colton Messer is our long snapper. It's going to be his second year in that role. He's a junior, very good athlete, good baseball player. So he gives us some options there and some gadget possibilities down the road. And then we do have a new holder this year in number 80, Chase Fortner. So he'll be new on that job. Obviously, it's a very important one, but mechanics on the place kick placements, kicks last week were pretty clean. So I think we're going to be good to go.
This is an interesting series in the fact they've only played 5 times, and right now the upper hand belongs to the visitors coming in here, Woodward Academy. But the visiting team has won 4 of the 5 contests in this series.
Yeah, that's pretty unique. Carrollton and Woodward were in the same region 2 different times, once in the 90s. We split those games, with the road team winning each one. I think Woodward won the first one here, but then the next year, Coach Scott took the Trojans into College Park and came out with a 7-3 victory. Then we renewed the rivalry in the early 2010s, I believe 2014 and 2015. Those were very good Woodward Academy teams, and they won both of those games. They won the first one here, and then they actually did hold serve. It was the 4th game in the series before somebody actually won one at home. Again, that was the last game until last year when Carrollton went to College Park. All right. Graham Hickson Field at Colquitt Stadium, came away with a big win to open the season. So one thing that's rare is that there are only, I think, 7 schools, 98 years that Carrollton's got data that have played the Trojans at least 5 times and have come away with more wins than losses, and pointed out because hopefully I'm off that list tonight.
The officials meeting in midfield. The Trojans special teams unit is out there, about ready to kick it off. Ellie, can you hear us? Yeah, I think she can hear us now. Ellie Pritchard down on the sidelines.
Yes, I can.
A little more excitement than a week ago, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm super excited. Like they say, there's nothing that beats a Friday night, Carrollton, Georgia. And if you have not been here, you do not know. But you need to come because it is amazing.
Woodward Academy has made its appearance from across the way out of the visitors' dressing room. Trojans in the gold pants, black and white trim. black jerseys, gold numerals, and a black headgear with a Trojan on each side, the Trojan head on each side of the helmet. Woodward Academy all white, trimmed in red tonight with red headgear. And they'll kick it off to begin the evening here. And Carrollton will get an offense first. Their place kicker is Afton Rolls, a junior, 6 foot, 150-pounder. Yes, sir. Skinner, go get warmed up. Big things coming in the first quarter here tonight at Grisham Stadium in the opener. Are you going to race the flags before the year's out?
This is the first I've heard of it. All I know is my hamstring just got tight.
Matt has been stretching for I don't know how long throughout the afternoon here.
Is Matt racing tonight?
Yeah, I think he's going to. That's why I'm in this chair right now. All right. They've got it teed up. Rolls ready to go. Zachary back there. Check it. Cam Wood to the far side. The high end overhead kick coming to the near side at about the goal line. Ahead to the 10, near side 15. Cutting back to the 20, to the 23, 24-yard line. And for the Trojans, that's Welch, Rontre Welch, the sophomore on the return. Played a lot at wide receiver last week.
Yeah, Rontre Welch got in the end zone last week. Fresh face that was in the lineup for us. Again, we didn't have Ryan Mosley in the lineup last week. So that gave Welch a little bit more of an opportunity. And he played well.
Good return to the 23 and the Trojans. And the freshman is starting. It'll be C.J. Cipher taking the first snap in the shotgun for the Trojans. He will be a quarterback. Mosley, who played very little last week, splits wide right. Zachary inside of him. Welch to the left, just off the line of scrimmage there in the forefront. Snap. Cipher pulls it out. Luke stumps it outside. Zachary a catch and a short game at the sideline here for about 3 to the 27 or 26-yard line. He got 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yep, split zone, RPO action. Nice to get C.J. Cipher an easy throw down into the boundary, the short side of the field to Peyton Zachary. Build some rhythm. Trojans are moving.
Wide left for Carrollton. It's Scaris Miller. Welch lines up behind him. Mosley and Zachary. Near side, handoff Wood. Breaks it outside. Going to turn the corner. First down across the 30, 35. Spun around to the 41-yard line. He'll shoot ahead for a gain of about 15 and a Carrollton first down.
Yeah, big splits by the receivers there. The Trojans had them stacked out wide. That created some big run lanes. Once Cam Wood got to the second level, that gave him some room to run and move the chains.
A John Thornton first down. Snap. Cipher under the gun. Throws, and it's incomplete. A little bit low. Welch trying to scoop it up off the turf right around midfield. We couldn't come up with it. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 41 for the Trojans.
Yeah, it looked like the snap was a little bit low, and that kind of messed up the timing on what would normally be a rhythm throw on that slant. Cipher tried to whip it out there, but it was a little off the back foot. Missed it a little bit low.
Welch and Miller to the left. Zachary and Mosley come wide right. I can tell the difference in them. Zachary's a little shorter than Mosley, isn't he? Shotgun snap. Cipher fakes. He'll come wide receiver screen outside. Zachary catch behind the Mosley block. Ahead across the 45. On the boundary, right around the 48, 49-yard line. He got 8. It'll be a possession play. 3rd and 2 coming up from the Trojans just on their side of the 50 at the 49-yard line.
Yep, another smart read there by C.J. Cipher. That was an RPO pull where he saw that he had numbers all the way across the field. Showed some good arm strength, whipping it down into the boundary. Getting close to a first down, going to be 3rd and short.
They bring in an extra lineman. Big Mark Mitchell has checked in the game. Double wing set. Wideouts to each side. Zachary to the left. Mosley to the right. Snap. Cipher gives it to Wood. And a first down as he battles ahead across midfield. He needed 2. And he got 2, maybe 2.5. But a first down for the Trojans. John Thornton, first down at the 49 of Woodward Academy.
Yep, Cam Wood is good for tough yards in the middle. I've been looking forward to seeing this big package. It's a 2 tight end package. But one of the tight ends is an extra lineman, so good for short yardage situations for the Trojans.
4 wide, 2 to each side. Quick pitch outside. Wood behind the block. Squirts through inside the 45 of Woodward Academy to the 43. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yep, nice run play into the boundary, hitting the short side of the field. Trojans had numbers there, had Woodward out leveraged, got it to Cam Wood in space, was able to pick up 7 yards. That's an offensive coordinator's dream on first down. Gives you a lot of options here on 2nd and 3.
2 receivers left, twin receivers right. Shotgun, 1 back set. Wood to the right of Cipher. Snap. The freshman looks, sets, plenty of time. Guns it, and it's incomplete. Knocked away in the secondary for Woodward Academy. And coming up for them to make the play was Langston Hakeem.
Yep, nice coverage there by Langston Hakeem. Cipher showed some patience. Nothing really came open. Try to throw his receiver open behind him a little bit. But, again, Hakeem, nice job getting a hand in and disrupting it. Can bring up third and about 5.
Ball at the 43-yard line. They got to get to the 39. Now Wood splits wide left. You got 4 receivers to the left, 3 of them bunched up just off the line of scrimmage. Mosley to the right. Cypher empty set. Looks all the way at Mosley and guns and got him for the first down inside the 30. Down around the 25-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 26. I think it's where it's going to be. But a Trojan, John Thornton, first down. Boy, great throw there.
Yep, Trojans moving fast here, but they went empty, put quads to the field, the wide side. Cypher came into the boundary, found Mosley for a hookup and a first down.
He fakes the pitch. He's going to look down the sideline. Got him open. Miller a catch at the 8-yard line, and he'll take it to the house and a Trojan touchdown.
Tremendous call there by offensive coordinator Dusty Phillip and head coach Joey King. Faked the same pitch into the boundary that we hit for good yardage several plays ago. Key Miller was late release, running up the sideline on a wheel route. He came wide open. Great job by C.J. Cypher delivering the ball, and a great start to the Trojan offense here to begin the 2025 campaign.
Well, what a drive. A little bit different look than we saw in the scrimmage last week from the Trojans. Terrific drive, about 77 yards for the touchdown. Vargas trying to tack on the 7th point of the night, and his kick is up, and the kick, it is good. 9:34 to play first quarter. Carrollton off and running here. First possession of the year, and they take it the distance. 7-0 Trojans lead it. This is Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Find your future at West Georgia Technical College. Right here in West Georgia, we offer hands-on, career-ready training for today's high-demand jobs. Whether you want to start a new career or level up your skills, you can graduate in 2 years or less without the debt. Our programs are fast, affordable, and designed to get you working. Plus, high school students can jumpstart their education, earning college credit with our dual enrollment program. Start your journey at West Georgia Technical College. Learn more at westgatech.edu.
Does your house need a facelift?
Water spots on your ceiling?
Nut Roofing and Siding has your answer. Nut Roofing and Siding is a local family-owned business that's taken care of their community in West Georgia and East Alabama for more than 85 years. Not only do they do all types of siding and roofing, they also do complete interior renovations as well. Financing available for interior and exterior renovations. Decks, windows, barns, or anything else you need.
We have you covered.
Just call Joe at 770-550-7536 or email nutroofing@gmail.com.
What's the freshman quarterback? Vargas got it teed up far side, high, end-over-end kick. Everything last week was to the end zone, and it is again to start tonight here. He drove him 5 or 6 yards deep in the end zone. Blake Stewart, the return man, no chance there. Automatic touchback, high school football. So they'll bring it out. Now we'll see what the Trojan defense can do here against the Woodward offense.
That's where you want to keep the kicks with Blake Stewart. He's an electric athlete. 3-star consensus commit to Clemson to play safety. He'll play both sides of the ball for the War Eagles tonight. Caught a touchdown pass against us last year and had 2 touchdown receptions in the scrimmage last week against Greater Atlanta Christian. He's definitely a player to watch when Woodward has the ball.
Ellie Pritchard down on the sideline, right down there in front of the student body. I guess it was a little noisy, a little rowdy down there after that touchdown pass, wasn't it?
Yes, it was actually very rowdy. The student section is very involved here at Carrollton High School. Also, just I want to let you know, I know you probably heard it and saw it, but head taught by Ryan Mosley, right about two feet away from me. I almost got taken out. I might have to have a talk with him on Monday at school about that one.
Hand off and the first down carry for Woodward is Ryan Harrigan. He kept it, I think, didn't he? He kept it himself.
I think he handed it off on an outside zone, kind of a stretch play. Trojans did a good job stringing it out. Only picked up 1 yard.
He handed to Pickens, I'm sorry. They've got him listed as a tight end. He can play fullback, 6'1", 215. He got 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Princeton Woods, who started in the backfield at running back last week, also worked at defensive tackle, which is something that you don't see very often. So they'll play some guys both ways.
They'll run from the pistol, wide receivers right and left. Now the wing right, that's Pickens in motion. Snap Harrigan, sort of a counter play, hands it off to the running back, and not much there. A yard, maybe, I think just one's all he's going to get. A host of guys in black jerseys there as they got to the running back, and that was Joshua Isom, a senior, who made A very short yard gain. He got stuck in a hurry there as he hit the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8 coming. Possession play here for Woodward.
Yeah, a little bit of a misdirection play there. Did not. Full number 3, Shim McMillan, still fit the run beautifully, was right there to meet the back at the point of attack. And we've got Woodward where we want him here with a 3rd long and a quarterback starting his first game.
Trojans front 3, D.A. Logan and Mike Thomas at the ends. Demetrius Carter is the noseman, although he's shifted a little bit now. They walk up Spratlin on the outside on 3rd down. Shotgun. 3 receivers right. Spratlin's going to tuck it and going to run to the 25. First down to the 30, 35, 40. Strides to midfield and knocked out of bounds. Barney bumped him out of bounds right around the Carrollton 46-yard line. He got about 32 and a first down for them.
Yeah, nice run by Ryan Harrigan. He's a good-looking athlete. He stands about 6'2", 6'3", listed at 185. Still got some room to fill out. He's got a good frame. Didn't stay on his progression very long there. Got out of the pocket. Found some room to run. Looks like we do have a flag, though.
Ellie, what we got down there?
I just saw the flag. I was chasing the ball down the field by getting my vision blinded by these hosted Trojans next to me. I was actually trying to turn my mic on to tell y'all about this flag, but I was having a little bit of difficulty, but we're all good now.
It was a holding penalty, so that'll negate roughly a 32-yard gain. So instead of first down at the Trojans 46, they're back inside the 15, back at the 12-yard line. So it's 3rd and 18 to go now for them, back at the 12.
And Ellie Pritchard is a master at spotting flags. She saved us a couple times last week, so we're glad to have her.
Eagle Eye vision down there, huh?
Yes. Hey, you got to have those eyes peeled at all times.
7:52 to go in a quarter. 7-0. Carrollton leads it. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Harrigan will throw on 3rd and long. His pass off the hands of the receiver, intercepted. Barney's got it at the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Is it 6 or 8? It's 8.
Yep, Dorian Barney.
So it was Dorian Barney with a touchdown. It is 6, correction. Tyler Boyd, the safety off the deflection, was the guy that picked it off.
Okay, hard to tell the difference between those 6s and those 8s, but what we did see was a deflected pass there. It was a short route. Definitely wasn't going to pick up a first down. Just trying to set up a punt that's further from the goal line, but got a deflection. Johnny on the spot there, Tyler Boyd, doing a great job getting the ball and then getting to the sideline to score.
So about 22 yards off the deflection. It came off of a receiver's hand. They ran a guy out late on the field.
Yeah, we're going to get the flag.
Ellie, what you got?
Okay, so obviously that's good. It's always good. I haven't seen from Vargas in a long time when it hasn't been good. I think he's very accurate with his field goals. And I just want to let you know that when we got that interception and made the touchdown, I was in mid-water break, and I think I was more excited than they were. I spilled water all over myself.
We're going to re-kick it. I guess they blew it dead before it happened then, huh?
It looks like it's going to be the same spot.
Re-kick it. Vargas had drilled it through there for the 14th point. So it was 6. So it was Lloyd who did officially, we have been told, get it. And the kick by Vargas is up through there and good. So interception return, roughly 22 yards, 26 yards for the touchdown is what it was. 26 off the deflection. Hey, Carrollton, a two touchdown lead. We're not even midway through the opening quarter here. 14-0. Trojans lead it. This is Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network at KISS 102.7.
Why choose Raised Right Concrete Lifting? Replacing concrete can cost you thousands, tear up your yard, and cause disruption for days. Opting for Raised Right to lift and repair versus replacement gives you the advantage of affordability and efficiency. Our method ensures swift ground stabilization and quicker concrete usability compared to replacement. Gain cost-effective solutions without compromising quality. Experience the benefits of Raised Right Concrete Lifting. Call 404-796-5569.
Huddle up, wing lovers, and double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings. When you buy one order of traditional wings, get one for 50% off. No time to dine? Order for delivery and wing it up with a crew at home. Or pick up takeout when you're on the go. Limit 1 per order, not valid with any other offers. Additional terms and conditions apply. Huddle up for Wing Tuesday at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Back to Carrollton Trojans football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Again to the end zone. That one about 3-4 yards deep from Vargas.
Yep, Trojans in great position here. Again, we've talked about Woodward has a quarterback who's starting his first game, being down 14-0 late here in the first quarter, or about midway through the first quarter, actually. Going to start to feel a little bit of pressure here. We'll see how aggressive the Carrollton defense is, trying to get him off his spot, put him in some position to make some other mistakes. But really, I think that one was more on the receiver. They just ran a little slant that got deflected, and the receiver could have caught it.
So they'll bring two receivers to the left out here. Looks like Blake Stewart, Zayden Young will come wide left. A run from the pistol. Chandler Bell looks like he's the running back. Wing right, snap, Harrigan, he'll hand off. Not much in the middle. A push for maybe a yard, and that is it. And again, the Trojans just stuff them at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yep, Trojan interior doing a great job fitting the run. Got some new faces along that defensive line. Looked like Demetrius Carter, number 50 there, the nose tackle, did a nice job. Again, nowhere to work in between the tackles. Going to set up another 2nd and long for the War Eagles.
Unlike Carrollton, they huddle and they spend some time in the huddle before they get out of there. So, no, you don't see that much high school football or college football these days. 7 minutes to go in a quarter, 14-0. Two receivers left, a receiver right, and the wing left now in motion to the right. Harrigan going to turn in hand and hit behind the line of scrimmage and trying to battle back was Princeton Woods, the junior running back. But he will lose the yard that they had gained. So now it's 3rd and 10 at the 20. -1 on that carry for him.
Yep, little counter run into the boundary there. Princeton Woods is a big back. I mentioned he played some defensive line last week, listed at 5'8", 235. Very thick, about my height. I definitely wouldn't want to tackle him. That's why the Trojans are sending multiple hats to bring him down. Nice job.
They'll break the huddle and bring a receiver to the left. That's Dermeyer, Christian Dermeyer, along with Blake Stewart and Zayden Young. Trips left, running back to the left of the quarterback. That's the wide side of the field. Harrigan the snap, going to tuck it and try to run. Knocked away, ball's down, but he'll recover it right around the 15-yard line. A linebacker got there for the Trojans, and Jameer Harris reaching, trying to get to the ball, could not. And they'll recover it right around the 15, 16-yard line. And it'll be 4th and long for Woodward Academy, 4th at about 14.
Pocket immediately collapsed there for Woodward. They had Blake Stewart running on a wheel, which I think they might have tried to hit there on that 3rd and long, but no chance for Harrigan to get the ball out. And Woodward's just lucky to have the ball back after the ball was on the ground.
So they'll put it away here. And it's going to be blocked. Barney blocked it. It's going to be a Trojan touchdown. They'll pick it up and run it into the end zone. I think, was that Barney that blocked it? Dorian got in there. It's Boyd again, 6. Tyler Boyd was the guy that blocked it. And the Trojans pick it up and run it in from about 5 yards, a little less than 5 yards for the touchdown. Was that Sheffield, the linebacker, that returned it? Yep.
Yeah, great scheme there on the punt block there for the Trojans. Had a man run right up the middle, basically took the ball right off the foot of the punter. Ball was on the ground around the 3-yard line, just picked up. Easiest touchdown we're going to get all season, probably. Great job by the Trojans on special teams.
So a block punt. Boyd blocked it. McMillan picked it up. Nobody near him. Easy. He could have walked home with that one. And it is 21-0. Carrollton leads it here. 5.5 minutes remaining still in the first quarter. So a defensive touchdown and a special team score, highlighting the early start here along with the long drive for the Trojans. 21-0, Carrollton leads it. And you have 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to play first quarter. This is Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Don't miss the biggest sell of the year. It's the John Thornton Buick GMC Summer Send-Off. Right now, take $10,000 off MSRP on the new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. $6,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Buick Envision. And $5,750 off new GMC Terrain models. Hurry, because just like summer, these deals won't last long. John Thornton Buick GMC on North Park Street in Carrollton. GMC, we are professional grade.
I'm former Atlanta Braves Otis Nixon. I know a thing or two about a steal, and I got a steal when I gave Dollar a holler. If you give them a call, I guarantee you your system is going to be running better than it ever did before.
Whether you're in need of service or a full unit replacement, give Dollar a holler for all your home comfort needs. 770-834-6001.
I got a steal when I gave Dollar a holler.
770-834-6001. Online at dollarheatingandair.com.
Back to Carrollton Trojans
return
football
automatic touchback
on the
first
Trojan
and 10
Nation
at the
Network.
20. That's nice for the defense when they're pinned back like that every time too, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it was going to be a tough road to hoe for Woodward Academy tonight to just try to match the Carrollton offense score for score. But when you throw in a defensive touchdown and a special teams touchdown on top of it, looks like we're headed to an insurmountable type situation here. Still 5.5 to go in the first quarter. And Woodward's just got to try to stop the momentum here. I think we'll see them take even more time in the huddle in between plays.
These guys on offense want the ball back here. So now they'll spread it with 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, and they stack one behind the other. And they shift the running back to the left of the quarterback. Now they bring in motion a man from the right to the left side. They'll hand it off and try to get wide to the corner. On the carry for them was Joshua Isom, senior running back, a 5'8" and 170-pounder, but not much there.
Yeah, Woodward Academy motioned one of those stacked receivers from the boundary to the field to try to get an extra hat. They handed it off on the outside zone to the wide side of the field. Great job by the corner out there, stepping up, cutting the field off. And again, we see Woodward Academy with a 1-yard gain, looking at a 2nd and 9, right where the Trojan defense wants them.
So Logan had to leave the field for the Trojans. I think it was a helmet issue in there to replace him as a junior in Tavares Aki. They bring a man in again in motion across the line of scrimmage to the left. More or less a quarterback draw. Harrigan the snap. He'll get to the corner to the 25 and a 30, 32-yard line is where he's out of bounds. Ooh, they're going to move it up to the 34. Correction there. So there is their first down of the night. And it comes with 4:54 to play in the quarter. Nothing. It looks like really a quarterback draw, more or less.
Yeah, that was quarterback draw all the way. Woodward had 3 receivers to the field to the wide side. Harrigan took the snap, ran the draw into the short side of the field where Woodward had numbers, so they were able to get a nice gain there.
They send 3 receivers left, the wide side of the field toward the Carrollton side, a receiver to the right. Harrigan goes that way to the far side and not much there. Short gain. The receiver just sort of curled up. That was Stewart.
Yep.
And
quick hitch there. Gain of only about 3. Again, I'm sure Coach John Hunt really wants to try to get the ball to Blake Stewart, their best playmaker. Again, you want to get him the ball in space. Hopefully he can make a guy miss, but great job by the corner there, driving on the ball and getting him down for no gain after the catch.
That was the Michigan commit, Dorian Barney, on the play. They dump it outside to the running back and a good tackle in the open field. This time it's Boyd who will make the play. Hey, he's had a career in the first quarter here. Absolutely. Tyler Boyd with a stop there, short gain. The gain was to the 41, so they're 3rd and about 3 here. 3rd and 3, possession play. They'll send 2 receivers to the right side. That would be Hakeem and Stewart to the right. 2 receivers to the left toward us. Shotgun running back to the right of quarterback Harrigan. And he'll throw out here an incomplete pass. Josh Bard's trying to catch that one off the top of the turf down there on the sideline. He caught a few in his career. And it'll go incomplete. It's 4th down and 3 for them.
Yeah, it looked like Ryan Harrigan was looking for number 12, Christian Dermeyer, to break the route off there. Threw it well behind him. Dermeyer was running down the sideline. Looked like he was running a streak. A little miscommunication there between the quarterback and his receiver, and the Trojans are in a position to get the ball back here if they can stay onside on this 4th and 4.
So Rowles will punt it away. Ball at the 41, 4th down. Zachary, single safety for the Trojans. The UNLV commit back around the 25-yard line awaiting the kick. The last one was blocked easily. This time they really don't pressure. He'll kick a low line drive, end over end kick. Zachary going to grab it 27 to the 30 to the 31-yard line. And the Trojans will put it in play there at the 31 with a 1st down. Ellie Pritchard down on the sidelines. So you better go give some words of encouragement to Matt Skinner as he gets ready for his little sprint here coming up.
I definitely will. I was having trouble. I don't think y'all heard me, but I can hear y'all now. But I definitely will. As he's in the far end zone, I believe, is where they normally start. I'll make my way down and meet him at the end.
I see him down there now against the flash. Oh,
yes.
My goodness. Must see coming up here at the end of the quarter.
Ellie, how big of a head start do you think they're going to give Matt?
I think she is headed that way. Let's see. Yeah, I think she's already on the move. Carrollton 1st down, and they'll put it in play. Well, they're going to put it back at the 30-yard line. 3:33 to go in the opening period. The opening game of the year already 21-0. Trojans number 4 in the state. in Class 6A coming into the game. Is this a bit of a surprise, Larry, to you, the way they've started here?
I think so. Obviously, last year's game, Carrollton actually made a special teams error that led to Woodward's first touchdown last year, and the War Eagles actually took a 7-0 lead early. Didn't expect this one to get this out of hand this quickly.
Trips right, wide out left, and it is Holtzclaw in at quarterback, and he'll fake a handoff, and the transfer from North Carolina gets ahead for about 4 to the 39. There was a 5-yard penalty assessed after the punt at the end of the play. So actually Carrollton started at the 35. So it's 2nd 6 at the 39. Holtzclaw the snap, dumps it out to Woods, and look at him turn the corner, split between two guys, and shot across the 40 to the 47-yard line. He got 8 and a John Thornton first down for the Trojans at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's not the type of throw that you like to see for a quarterback. First throw of varsity career at Carrollton, just a quick little swing to Cameron Wood and let Cameron Wood do the rest in space.
Holtzclaw, a senior, with Wood behind him in the backfield. Now he'll shift to his left. 2 receivers each side, mostly back in motion toward the line of scrimmage to throw it. Holtzclaw, plenty of time, crossing route, got him in, and a diving catch by Ryan Mosley. Right around the 30, he'll fall to about the 29 is where 29 is where they'll put it. And a Carrollton first down, gain of 24 on the pass play.
Yep, Trojans moving fast here, but Mason Holtzclaw showed off that arm. Ryan Mosley started in the boundary to short motion, ran a dig probably about 15 yards down the field, laid out for it, great effort. Another completion for the Trojans.
4 starters on the offensive line of scrimmage returning. They gave him plenty of time then. It took a little bit to get that route. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers left. Now Zachary in motion. Snap, Holtzclaw, you'll hand to the man coming around on the Zachary, the motion man. He made a guy miss in the backfield and got maybe 2 yards out of it when it could have been really nothing there. Who was it? Daniel Jackson had a chance at him, the linebacker, but he shifted his feet and got away from him, and he got 2 yards to the 27. It'll be 2nd 8 for the Trojans with 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Carrollton a 21-0 lead. And I look down and see the flash and Mr. Skinner getting ready to go here with their race at the end of the quarter.
Mike, I think this could be one of the bigger handicaps that we've seen in the history of the flash races.
Oh, snap, Holtzclaw. This time he'll hand to Wood, and somebody reached and got his ankle as he was headed through the line of scrimmage and got tripped up. He fell ahead to the 22. So he got about 5. It'll be 3rd and 3 now, Carrollton. Now they're going back to the heavy set, the big package. So here comes Spratling into the game. And also checking in, Big Mark Mitchell.
Yep, should see Spratling as a wing tight end here in this heavy package.
70 seconds to go in the quarter. 3rd and 3, ball at the 22, toward the middle of the field here are the Trojans. Driving it from our left to our right here from the press box. The home side of Grisham Stadium. Snap, Holtzclaw, straight quarterback run, got a good block to the corner, first down inside the 20. John Thornton first down to the 14, maybe the 13-yard line. Where's the official going to spot him out on that far side? Inside the 15, he's down around the 12-yard line. So he got 10 and a first down.
Yeah, that's a wrinkle that Mason Holtzclaw gives you that we haven't seen out of Carrollton quarterbacks in the last couple of years. Obviously, didn't see a lot of design quarterback runs with Julian Lewis, even though he was pretty mobile. But Holtzclaw's built, he's 6'2", a little bit over 200 pounds. Reminds me a little bit of Haynes King at Georgia Tech and some of the run game that he does.
Got to get that tech stuff in there, don't you? Oh, man. First down, Carrollton at the 12. Trips right to the wide side of the field. Mosley split to the left side, into the short side to the far side. Wood, the running back, to the left of the quarterback. And it'll be a little quarterback counter. And Holtzclaw inside the 10 pushes to about the 8 to 7-yard line. He didn't run it like this last week in the scrimmage.
No, I think Coach King has wanted to kind of keep some of this off film. Again, design quarterback run there, had an RPO look, but when it wasn't there, it just turned into a quarterback power. Again, something similar to what we see out of Buster Faulkner at Georgia Tech. Very effective. 5-yard pickup, puts Carrollton inside the 10-yard line.
We have to start charging him for those 2nd and 5 after a gain of 5. Should be the final play of the quarter. Handoff, Wood. getting outside, but nowhere to go. Good play. They pushed him outside, and Blake Stewart made the play for them as he goes both ways. No gain. Put it back down at the 7, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Well, we get ready for the race. I guess we can call it that. End of the quarter. It's all Carrollton after the first 15 minutes in the season opener of 2025. 21-0 here at Grisham Stadium. Trojans on top. You're listening to Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
You're listening to high school football coverage on B92 Country, WBGR FM Carrollton, and KISS 102.7 WCKS Fruiters Carrollton.
This is Jut Howard with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Create a field of dreams in your home lawn this season with Tiff Tough Bermuda, UGA's newest turf grass release. Is a lack of sunlight causing your lawn to become thin or bare? Use Zeon Zorgia, great for lawns with shade. Call and speak with one of our certified turf professionals to learn more about all of our premium farm fresh sod varieties that are backed by a 1-year warranty. We can schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg, or find more information at our website, ngturf.com.
Looking to score a great deal on a new or high-quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Then stop by Don Rich Ford. Our all-star sales associates are ready to help you select or special order the perfect vehicle with the right financing options to put you behind the wheel of a vehicle that fits you like a glove. Come see our selection of new or pre-owned vehicles in historic downtown Villa Rica, Monday through Saturday, or online 24/7 at DonRichFord.com. Don Rich Ford, home of the Straight Talkers.
Hi, I'm Christine Swanson, Chief Financial Officer of American Commerce Bank. I've called West Georgia home for more than 30 years, and I'm proud to be a part of American Commerce Bank's team of hometown bankers. Whether you're looking for a personal checking or savings account, or you need a bank dedicated to providing custom solutions to help your business grow, you can count on our team of local bankers to meet your needs. Come see us in Bremen off Highway 27 near Walmart, or at our Carrollton branch right across from the courthouse. American Commerce Bank, member FDIC.
Hightower Family Funeral Homes with locations in Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville have been serving the West Georgia area for over 90 years. The Hightower family continues to maintain the level of professionalism, integrity, dignity, and compassion that has been the hallmark of the Hightower Family Funeral Home services throughout the 9+ decades. On any given day, you'll find the Hightowers actually involved with the families and communities in the West Georgia area. Hightower Family Funeral Homes, Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville.
Back to Carrollton Trojans football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Yeah, good late push there by Cam Wood. Going to be very close to it. If not, definitely got to think it's going to be 4th down territory with Coach King having an opportunity to put the final nail in the coffin.
5 and a first down. It's 1st and goal at the 2 for the Trojans. That front line, Zakai Helton, Mateo Wells, Chaston Sheffield, Bo Ball, and Kevin Fielder doing a nice job.
A lot of experience. Love to see it.
4 starters back from the squad last year. 1st and goal at the 2. Snap, Holtzclaw. Tried to pull it. He does. Breaks 1, 2 tackles, and lunges, and he got to the house. Touchdown. He broke a tackle outside the goal line, and then he got hit at the goal line by Langston Hakeem, but fought his way to the end zone. And it is 27-0. The Trojans lead this one.
Yeah, we've seen Holtzclaw use his size to push forward, but showed some shiftiness there. Maybe should have handed it off there on the read, decided to pull it. Looked like it was going to be bottled up. Made a nice left to right cut, and then showed his strength pushing in those final 2 yards.
So Vargas tries to tackle on the 28th point of the event here. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-0 with 11:24 to go first half. Trojans complete control of this one so far in the matchup.
Hello, I'm Keith Ronald with with Merrill & Associates. We want to be your one-stop shop for all your HVAC.
When West Georgia needs a roof they can trust, they call Clark & Company Roofing. From minor repairs to full roof replacement, Clark & Company delivers top-tier work with local pride. Serving Carrollton, Bowden, Bremen, and beyond, our team puts honesty, quality in your home first, every time. Call 770-312-5509 for your free estimate today. Clark & Company Roofing, proud supporter of the Trojan Nation
West
Network.
Georgia Technical College. Right here in West Georgia, we offer hands-on, career-ready training for today's high-demand jobs. Whether you want to start a new career or level up your skills, you can graduate in 2 years or less without the debt. Our programs are fast, affordable, and designed to get you working. Plus, high school students can jumpstart their education, earning college credit with our dual enrollment program. Start your journey at West Georgia Technical College. Learn more at westgatech.edu.
Does your house need a facelift?
Water spots on your ceiling?
Nut Roofing and Siding has your answer. Nut Roofing and Siding is a local family-owned business that's taking care of their community.
Great job by the Carrollton defense in the first quarter. 11 total plays for Woodward Academy in the first, only 19 yards gained. Meanwhile, for the Trojans, 17 plays, 135 yards.
Decks, windows, barns, or anything else.
49 yards on the ground, 86 through the air. Again, clicking on all cylinders in all phases to start the 2025 season.
First down, Woodward Academy, as usual, after
Back to Carrollton Trojans football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Ellie Pritchard down on the sidelines.
Concrete problems happen fast, and your friends at Raised Right Concrete Leveling know the signs to look for.
She's probably still in shock from that performance by Matt Skinner.
Starts pooling
Probably
water
trying to pick her jaw up off the ground.
The foundation, there's likely sinking or shifting beneath that is causing the soil to shift or erode. It's important to stabilize the structure before it causes further
We're never going to hear the
damage.
end of it.
Raised
Never
Right
lives
comes
down.
in. Raised Right Concrete Leveling, the most cost-effective solution for your sinking slab. For more info, visit raiseditright.com.
Trojans. It was a pass.
Huddle up, wing lovers, and double your count for less on Wing Tuesdays at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Again, pocket immediately collapsed there. Caitlin Spradling coming off the edge.
50% off. No time to dine? Order for delivery and wing it up with a crew at home. Or pick up takeout when you're on the go.
And again, that's a bad feeling for a young quarterback. Once that pressure starts getting to them, their eyes don't stay downfield on the receivers long.
For Wing Tuesday at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Third and long here, 15 yards to go, 4 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield. Harrigan to throw, got a screen set up. Trojans going to bottle it up. Picked up about 6. Good call by the War Eagles. They had numbers, but great job by the Trojans there.
So it is fourth down.
Looked like number 14, Cam McDaniel there, avoided some of the blockers on that slip screen. Brought him down at the 22-yard line. Woodward's going to have no choice but to punt here. Peyton Zachary back deep to return, standing on his own 45-yard line, Mike.
Apologies. We had a little technical issue here. I think I hit the wrong button on this new equipment that I'm not familiar with. I apologize. They'll punt for the third time. The first one was blocked. Second one, short return, and he bobbled the snap, lost it. It's rolling back around the goal line. He tried to kick it out of the end zone and missed it, and Carrollton will recover it in the end zone for a touchdown. Rowell's the snap was there. He didn't catch it. It bounced behind him and rolled to the goal line. Was that Boyd again?
I think that was Aiden Rosemond, number 5 there.
It was. You are correct. And all he had to do was just pick the ball up in the end zone. The punter tried to kick it out of the back of the end zone and just whiffed. Didn't get it, and easily a touchdown for Carrollton. The second special team score and the third non-offensive score of the night for the Trojans.
And not the best effort there by the Woodward punter. The snap had better pace on it. It was off to the side, but you could tell he took his eye off of it. Totally bobbled the snap. Again, tried to kick it through the back of the end zone. Totally whiffed on it.
So the snap is good. Vargas' kick is up, and it is good as well. And it's 35-0. Trojans lead. You got 9:09 left to play first half. This is Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
When West Georgia needs a roof they can trust, they call.
Back to Carrollton Trojans football on the Trojan Nation Network.
Don't miss the biggest sell of the year. It's the John Thornton Buick GMC Summer Send-Off. Right now, take $10,000 off MSRP on the new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. $6,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Buick Envision. And $5,750 off new GMC Terrain models. Hurry, because just like summer, these deals won't last long. John Thornton Buick GMC on North Park Street in Carrollton. GMC. We are
Southland Insurance
professional
Point donation to the West Metro Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I don't know that I've ever seen this, especially with a program, when you're talking about Woodward Academy here.
They say when it rains, it pours. That was the case earlier today. I thought it was going to be the case for this game. It turns out it has been, but it's been Woodward special teams that's been washed up in this one.
So 9:09 to play in the half, 35-0. Trojans lead it. Two special teams score, return of an interception off a deflection off a receiver's hands for a touchdown, and high, long kick. Gracious, 7 yards deep in the end zone.
Vargas has been a busy young man here in this first half.
Do you just want to go celebrate with everybody in the stands and sign autographs the rest of the night there, Mr. Skinner? Oh. Between Larry talking about his alma mater and you and the Flash, it's going to be an interesting broadcast in the second half coming up here. 35-0. Officially, that was a fumble recovery for a touchdown, correct? Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to stay for the second half, Mike? I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle Matt.
Well, I've already muted myself one time, so everybody probably wants to mute me for the rest of the night here. Oh, you're going to have fun, man, I'm telling you. He will be talking forever about how he just roasted him, and blitzed him and dusted him and all that stuff. Oh, man.
I'm sure our listeners thought that Matt Skinner made the great Mike Paris speechless.
Twins left, twins right. They shift out of the pistol. Harrigan the snap. He's got time to throw, guns it down the middle to catch Stewart. Eludes a man to the 40 to midfield, and he's off to the races into the He will take it to the house and a touchdown. He just split everybody in a black jersey and to the end zone, and it will go as an 80-yard pass play. They gained more in that one play than they had since the scrimmage last week. Wow.
Absolutely. Second straight year that Blake Stewart finds the end zone against the Trojans on a pass reception. This one went for a lot longer. Good job by the offensive line. Finally giving Ryan Harrigan some time to throw. The pocket's been collapsing on him almost immediately. Stood in the pocket there, delivered the ball down the middle on the dig. And once Blake Stewart made the catch, he turned it up the field. Now it raced the Trojan secondary.
It'll get them a little momentum, I guess, for the other side of the field. Is 80 yards. Snap is good. Well, maybe a little high, but Harrigan got it down and bowls it through there. So it's 35-7. He eluded one man right after he caught it, and that was it. He outraced everybody to the end zone.
Yeah, he showed his great
I'm not
speed.
sure Skinner could outrun him. I don't know.
I don't know. Matt's feeling himself right now. I think Matt thinks he could have got him down there maybe, but Blake Stewart's a great athlete. He's got a 5-sport profile. Obviously, a lot of kids play baseball, basketball, football, track and field. He also plays a little lacrosse. So.
Stewart does?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harrigan.
Stewart does it. No, Stewart does, yeah.
So, Ellie, you got a fellow lacrosse player on the other sideline over there.
Yeah, well, see, I've noticed that I can only talk when y'all unmute me. And I have been trying to speak to you guys for a while.
Well, we tried to find you, and you ignored us, so we're even now.
Yeah. But, no, I think Matt did an amazing job. I had little hope for him, but he always turns out to do great, and I think he did amazing. I also think that we just need a little better coverage. I know that wherever the ball goes, we always have a host of Trojans ready for it to be there, so I'm super excited for these next rest of these 3 quarters.
The kickoff. Try this again. I think I've messed this up over here is what I've done. All right. Yeah, I did hear a little something there. The kick was out of bounds to the far side, almost catching it on the boundary. I think that was Welch over there, almost caught it at the last moment, backed off and didn't catch it. And it's a first down for the Trojans. They'll move it out to the 35-yard line as the kick went out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try to tightrope it there. Not sure if he was just pump faking it, Mike. But
coached up well.
Smart. Yeah, definitely smart to let it go out. Trojans get the ball on the 35-yard line.
First down at the 35. 2 receivers to the left. There we go, yeah. And a receiver to the right. I just lost it. I don't know. And Cipher back in at quarterback, and he dumps it here on the outside. He'll get it to Zachary, and again, that quick screen to the wide receiver. A couple of guys blocking for him, and he'll gain about 7, shot across the 42. And we get for the first time tonight, we actually can, our Facebook Live game can see a little bit here of the Facebook Live game of the week, brought to you by the Perry and Law Firm. A receiver right, 2 receivers left. A wing left as well. Cipher fakes. He's going to throw. Plenty of time. Oh, he's got all day. And now he'll just wing it out of bounds. I say wing it out of bounds. And that ball fluttered a little bit and almost a pick there right on the sideline. A near one-handed interception by Bryce Woods.
Yep, Trojans put the formation into the boundary, the short side of the field there. Had 2 receivers in the wing tight end. The 2 receivers ran a switch route where the inside guy goes outside, outside guy goes inside. The inside receiver hooked it up on the sideline. Cipher didn't see him and then just had to get rid of it. Smart job not to take a sack. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Keeps it more manageable for the Trojan offense here.
You saw the replay where Woods was reaching, got his hands on it, but couldn't bring it in. 4 or 5 wide pitch, turning the corner, 45 to the 48, 49-yard line, and that'll be a Carrollton first down, a John Thornton first down for the Trojans. First carry of the night for Zaylen Harris, the running back. He got a good block and cut between them on the outside. And the junior got a first down, a John Thornton first down for the Trojans out to the 49-yard line. 8-10 in running, time remaining first half. Mosley and Zachary to the right. Miller and Welch. Welch, the outside guy. They come twin receivers toward us, wide left. 4-man front from Woodward Academy. They blitzing out the outside. Cipher eludes him, guns it down the middle, but he led him too far. Zachary couldn't get to it. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, nice job by C.J. Cipher there, avoiding the sack. Free rusher came off the edge on the right side of the Carrollton offense for Woodward Academy. Cipher made him miss, then got rid of the ball down the field. The important thing is didn't take the sack.
Mosley and Zachary again to the wide side, and now splitting over there as well. I think that is Welch with him, a receiver to the left. And they'll come out here. Welch catches it on the screen, but they didn't get the block this time. And the guy almost had tried to make a pick a few plays back. Mr. Woods got up there, knocked him down. A loss of a yard to the 48. And the Carrollton Trojans are now 3rd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, now screen into the boundary, tried to whip the ball out to Welch. Zay Harris was coming out of the backfield, looking to make a block. Didn't get it executed. Nice job by the Woodward defense there. And they have Carrollton now in a rare 3rd and long.
35-7 at the 7:20 mark of the half. It has been all Carrollton so far tonight. One big play for Woodward. They're at a 4-3 set. Zachary in motion. Across the field from right to left. Throwback screen. They get it out here to Mosley. Caught it 50, 45, 40. He can just walk his way. He looks like Skinner running by himself to the end zone down there. And a Carrollton touchdown. There wasn't anybody in a white jersey of the area code with him. 51 yards to the house, and it is 41-7.
Yeah, that time the Trojans got the tunnel screen blocked. C.J. Cipher had 3 receivers to the wide side of the field to his right. Showed sprint out pass action, sprinted to the right, but then immediately turned, looked back to the short side of the field to the left. Trojans had offensive linemen out in space, had on a hat, and a great job there by Mr. Mosley taking it down the sideline, Matt Skinner style, for another touchdown.
We'll be using that all year. 7:02 to go at a half. A Southland point donation score again for the Trojans. Vargas trying to tack on the 42nd point of the night. The kick is true again from him. 42-7, Trojans lead it. 7:02 remains in the first half here at Grisham Stadium in the season opener. This is Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
I'm former Atlanta Braves Otis Nixon. I know a thing or two about a steal, and I got a steal when I gave Dollar a holler. If you give them a call, I guarantee you your system is going to be running better than it ever did before.
Whether you're in need of service or a full unit replacement, give Dollar a holler for all your home comfort needs. 770-834-6001.
I got a steal when I gave Dollar a holler.
770-834-6001. Online at dollarheatingandair.com.
This is Jut Howard with NG Turf, your premium sod supplier. Create a field of dreams in your home lawn this season with Tiff Tough Bermuda, UGA's newest turf grass release. Is a lack of sunlight causing your lawn to become thin or bare? Use Xeon Zorgia, great for lawns with shade. Call and speak with one of our certified turf professionals to learn more about all of our premium farm fresh sod varieties that are backed by a 1-year warranty. We can schedule your delivery or pickup from our farm in Whitesburg or find more information at our website, ngturf.com.
And a line drive sailing kick, and it's 4 or 5 yards deep in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 20 on the automatic touchback.
Yeah, Woodward had Zayden Young back for that one, but again, it's nice that Vargas has been automatic with the touchbacks. Don't have to worry about one of their electric athletes getting the ball in space.
Well, they have not been able to run the ball at all against the Trojan defense and done nothing really. The one big play.
Yep, they quadrupled their offensive production. They had 19 yards total in the first quarter, 80 yards on that touchdown pass, Mike.
Skinner's hugging folks as he walks out of the press box out here into the stands. Oh, me.
Good thing he doesn't have a pen. He'd be giving autographs that nobody wants.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Ball on the far side hash mark toward the Woodward Academy sideline. They shift, move the running back to the right of the quarterback, Harrigan. He'll get the snap, straight drop. He's got time. They try the same route, almost caught, and then hung up in the air a little bit. And I thought somebody in the black and gold might grab it there. Christian Dermeyer, the guy reaching, had it, but then lost it. It's incomplete, and it is 2nd and 10.
Yep, ball looked like it was kind of hanging there for a second. Thought a Trojan might have a chance to get another interception. Carrollton ran a twist on the left side of the defensive line. Good job picking it up by the Woodward offensive line. Gave Harrigan enough time to get the throw off.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 20. Trips right to the wide side of the field. They send a receiver left. Trojans walk up a guy on the outside, so it's a 4-man front. Harrigan to throw, flush from the pocket, rolling right, will gun it. And it was a little bit low, and Bell could not hang on to that one. Incomplete right around the 25. They're 3rd and 10 now.
Yep, only 3-man pressure there from the Trojans. Just rushed the 3 down lineman, dropped Spratling into coverage. 8-man coverage. Not much room to work there for the Woodward receivers. Got Harrigan flushed out to his right. Wasn't able to complete the pass. Another 3rd and long, 10 yards to go here for the War Eagles.
I know the coaches won't be happy with that one play, but otherwise, defensively, that's been lights out so far in this first half. So they're 3rd down at 10. They'll send again twins left, twins right. So you got 4 wide receivers in this formation. Again, they walk up the backer on the outside of the Trojans across the way. So it's a 4-2 look here. Man in motion across the field from right to left. Blitz coming. Harrigan in trouble, and he turned right around into it, back around the 10-yard line. They'll move it inside the 10, or is the official far side? He's going to spot it at the 10-yard line. It'll be 4th and 20. They brought the house that time, I think.
Yeah, Trojan defense going to get off the field. Brought pressure from the inside linebacker and the safety behind it there. No time for Harrigan. 6-man pressure. Eagles couldn't pick it up. Now we're going to get a punt.
So 4th and 20 from their own 10. And they'll have nightmares about their punting game, I think, after this one. 6:15 to go in the half. Trojans leading at 42-7. They've had a block punt, mishandled a snap, led to 2 Trojan touchdowns. That snap, no pressure. Boy, he launched this one high, long kick. Wow, fair catch. Zachary all the way back to his 45-yard line to run that one down. 45-yard kick and no return. And the Trojans spotted at the 46, so 44 yards with no return, but still, wow.
Yeah, beautiful kick there. Got it to turnover. All net yardage on that one.
One of your passes in your younger days, right?
I'm telling you. Finally something goes right for the Woodward punt team there.
So first down, 5:58 and a half for the Trojans. Ball in the middle of the field.
Mason Holtzclaw back in the game, Mike.
So the fourth possession, and each quarterback now with 2 series.
In the first quarter, C.J. Cypher was 4 for 6 passing for 54 yards and a touchdown. Mason Holtzclaw was 2 for 2 in the first quarter.
Receiver in motion coming back across the line of scrimmage. Holtzclaw fakes, pulls it out, spins. He's going deep down the middle. Zachary dives and catches it. He hauled it in inside the 25 at about the 22-yard line. What a diving grab. Ellie, you saw that one coming right at you, didn't you?
I definitely did. Amazing catch by him. Honestly thought it was down. But yeah, overall, I think he's a great player on the field, both sides, returning the ball and as a receiver.
32-yard gain, and the Trojans in business again at the 22-yard line after another John Thornton first down. They try to add to their 35-point lead here in the first half. 2 receivers right, 1 left, wing right. Handoff will be to Cam Wood to the corner. Breaks a tackle, got inside the 20, broke another tackle, and fights ahead to get a couple extra yards. He ended up a gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. He's so low, hard to bring down.
Yeah, outside zone run there. You know, you look at Cam Wood and how he's built. You think he's best between the tackles, but he's really a well-rounded back. He's great on the edge as well. He's very shifty. And, again, when you get him on the edge and you've got cornerbacks trying to tackle him, good luck with that, Mike.
2nd and 4, ball on the far side hash mark, 16-yard line. Under 5 to play in the half. Trips left. Miller, the tight end on the right side. Shotgun running back to the left. Holtzclaw fakes, looks, nobody there. He's going to run it and takes on a guy and gets right at him inside the 15 and ahead to the 10. It's a John Thornton first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Carrollton, right at the 10-yard line, right on the hash mark on the far side.
Yeah, first time we've seen the nub trips formation there from the Trojans with the tight end attached away from the 3-receiver side. Gave extra blocker and protection, 6-man protection. Holtzclaw didn't see his run or his pass look, decided to tuck it, picked up some yardage, get us to a 1st and goal from the 10.
So last week, even Coach Keek admitted that peel the paint off the wall in the locker room. He wasn't very happy at halftime. What does he say this week at halftime when he goes in there?
Not much to say this time.
1st and goal at the 10. Snap, Holtzclaw fakes on the handoff, pulls it out, looks, guns back in the end zone and knocked away by Woods as he reached and knocked it down. Bryce Woods, the junior defensive back.
Yep, only a 2-man route there. Had a double move with Peyton Zachary on kind of a hitch and go or a bow and go. But decided to go across the middle.
See, I think you guys should disguise yourself and go in to the field house just for halftime, and I want to hear this halftime speech.
Nope.
You don't want to?
Well, I'd rather go tonight than I would have last week, I can tell you that.
Your number can be 100, and you can go in there.
I need a lot of hair dye to get in there before somebody wouldn't recognize me. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Snap, Holtzclaw. This time he'll leave it with Woods in the middle, straight ahead to the 5. Still pushing and going. Did he get there? Nope. They'll put him down at the 1-yard line. I thought he was on top of the guy maybe and rolled over to the end zone, but they'll mark him at the goal line. 3rd and 1 for a touchdown for the Trojans as we work down to the 3.5-minute mark of the first half. Carrollton 42-7 lead over Woodward Academy.
My Coach King may want Matt Skinner to go talk to the team at halftime. He might save that for another week. The way this one's going. Don't want to waste that.
He might want to pep talk about his running. They might have Matt Skinner come to practice one day and make them all run.
Oh, we're getting outrageous now. 3rd and goal from a yard out. Holtzclaw with Woods, Cam Wood to his left here, and he'll hand it to him, and Cam will fight his way right through the heart of the pile in the end zone, and a Carrollton touchdown here.
Wood are the Trojan backs. I think that's called easy money.
They have been able to go up and down the. Vargas looks for his 7th PAT of the first half. Low snap, bobbled, and he'll just fall on the football. Zachary with the holder there. It was a low snap, and he couldn't come up with it cleanly. And Vargas fell on the football, so it'll no attempt there with 3:08 to go in the half. Not the only negative. One of two negatives maybe in the first half of the Trojans. 48-7, 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the half. Carrollton leads it. This is Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
When West Georgia...
Don Rich Ford is proud to be a supporter of high school football. Don Rich Ford is West Georgia's original Ford dealer, and we're ready to play ball.
Touchdown!
There's no better tailgate than on the back of America's best-selling truck, the F-150. Tradition and values are strong when you've been in business since 1971. Award-winning service, straight-talking salesman, and hometown spirit in the heart of downtown Villa Rica. Remember to shop local at Don Rich Ford. Shop new and used vehicles at donrichford.com.
56 yards for the Trojans for another touchdown. So Boyd's had 2 touchdowns. Elsewhere, Miller, Holtzclaw, Rosemond, Mosley, and Wood all with scores for the Trojans. So 48-7 and another deep kick about halfway through the end zone again for Vargas. Every kickoff a touchback so far tonight. Only once has it been close that they might have had a chance at a return. First down at the 20 one more time. I don't think Coach Hunt's had many of these games in his career, has he?
He has not. He's 99 games over 500 on his career coming into this game, 139-40. Had a chance to get 100 games over 500, but not going to happen today.
Based on some info you found, this could be a historic win for Carrollton tonight too, right?
Yeah, actually it could. According to the Georgia High School Football Historians Association, Carrollton has 749 wins all time, covering 98 seasons. Now, in the official Trojan records, which I know Tyler Sabo is a curator of, they don't go quite back that far. But again, the database is very kind of respected source of data on that. So I'll honor the 750th win tonight.
Empty set, 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 left, and they get it outside. Stewart caught it, and a missed tackle will allow him to get up the sideline at a first down across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
There is a flag on the play. Drop right in front of me, actually.
Eagle Eye Ellie. Thank you.
I know.
Yes, Carrollton strength coach Kerry Phillips was blocking my view there.
I think that official, the white hat, that's Greg Norton who's working the game tonight. I know him from his days as a college basketball official.
Okay.
Some God's country up in the mountains. This will be a 5-yard penalty. I think that ineligible receiver downfield. I missed that's what it was. So they'll back it up here.
Yeah, it looked like an RPO throw there by Harrigan. The lineman might have released on his run blocking track a little bit too far downfield. They tried to give him some grace, a couple yards, but too much for the taste of the officials tonight.
I don't think their coaching staff liked the call. I'll put it that way. So it's at the 15 after the 5-yard mark off. It'll be 1st and 15. Clock inside of 3 minutes and running here. 2 receivers. Check it. 3 receivers again to the right. So they'll come trips right, wide out left. Same set as a moment ago. Running back to the left of the quarterback, Ryan Harrigan. Now they shift. They go 5 wide. Empty set. Harrigan, the snap, drops to throw. Now he'll tuck it and try to run with it. Yep, he'll run to the 15, to the 20, to the 22 or so. Knocked down right around there, the 23. It'll be second about 7 as he got 8 yards.
Yep, the War Eagles went empty there after they motioned the back out. So 5-man pattern. Harrigan, you can tell, is not keeping his eyes downfield very long. He's been under pressure all night long. Stepped up in the pocket, though. Picked up a couple yards, setting us up for 2nd and 7.
I think C.J. Gamble was the guy that got a part of him on the play. At the 23, they're 2nd and 7. We're down to the 2-minute mark of the half. 48-7. Carrollton leads it. And again, they'll go with 5 wide. It's an empty set. Trips right, twins left, and now they will take a timeout here at the 1:51 mark of the half. Timeout, Woodward Academy on 2nd down and 7. Something wasn't right, they didn't think. 48-7, Carrollton leads it. This is Trojan Football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Allison Smith has been.
Hi, I'm Christine Swanson, Chief Financial Officer of American Commerce Bank. I've called West Georgia home for more than 30 years, and I'm proud to be a part of American Commerce Bank's team of hometown bankers. Whether you're looking for a personal checking or savings account, or you need a bank dedicated to providing custom solutions to help your business grow, you can count on our team of local bankers to meet your needs. Come see us in Bremen off Highway 27 near Walmart, or at our Carrollton branch right across from the courthouse. American Commerce Bank, member FDIC.
Hightower Family Funeral Homes with locations in Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville have been serving the West Georgia area for over 90 years. The Hightower family continues to maintain the level of professionalism, integrity, dignity, and compassion that has been the hallmark of the Hightower Family Funeral Home services throughout the 9+ decades. On any given day, you'll find the Hightowers actually involved with the families and communities in the West Georgia area. Hightower Family Funeral Homes, Bremen, Carrollton, and Douglasville.
Schedule. They lost all 3 of those games last season.
And DB sticking his nose up there like he may blitz 3-man front with another nose in there, and they'll hand it off. And on the carry across the 25 to the 26, 27-yard line, possibly. That again was Joshua Isom on the tote. He got 3 to the 26. It'll be 3rd and 4. Now Carrollton takes a timeout here. Clock's still running, but they haven't stopped it yet. About 4 or 5 seconds went off them. May have to reset it here. It's at 1:32. The timeout signal came at about 1:37, 1:38. So Joey King takes a timeout. They're 3rd and 4. They got about 3 on the carry. 3rd and 4 coming up. Matt Skinner will take over this at halftime here on our broadcast, and he will be in a euphoric state after he beat the Flash in the race here at the end of the first quarter of tonight's contest. This is the Facebook Game of the Week, brought to you by the Perry & Law Firm and the other sponsors. Progressive Sports, American Commerce Bank, John Thornton Cadillac, Buick, GMC, West Georgia Technical College, Dollar Heating and Air, Hightower Funeral Home, Don Ridge Ford, Maryland Associates, NG Turf, Nut Roofing, Raised Right, Concrete Leveling, and Buffalo Wild Wings, all making this possible for you to enjoy tonight. 3rd down, 4, possession play. Again, they walk up guys on the outside. Actually, one guy on the outside. 4-man front for the Trojans. 4-2 looks. And Harrigan going to dump it outside. Got it to the back and a catch and a first down across the 30 to the 35. And Gamble will sling him down right around the 38, 39-yard line. So, again, Isom out of the backfield. Just drifted out and caught it toward the near sideline, near the numbers. And got it out to the 38 for them. And a gain of 12 and a first down. So they'll keep it going with 80 seconds to go into half.
Yep, only a handful of first downs for the War Eagles here in the first half. Of course, their biggest play of the game was 80-yard touchdown, so they avoided having to get a first down on that drive, but not a lot of sticks moving tonight for John Hunt's team.
Trips left, wide out right, and they'll go wide receiver screen, get it out there to catch across the 40 to the 45, 46-yard line. Zayden Young, his first grab of the night, got about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Each team, by the way, 2 timeouts remaining in this first half. They'll stay with a 3 wide to the right, the wide side of the field, send a man to the left. The running back is Isom to the right of the quarterback. Harrigan, the snap, pressure up the middle. He gets away from Spratling, rolling and fires, and it's dropped. Incomplete, far sideline. Stewart couldn't hang on to it. Almost like he was batting that ball down.
Yep,
on that far side. So it's 35 seconds to go into half, and they are 3rd down and about 2 coming up.
Trojans bought the blitz from the field there, 2 outside rushers. Ryan Harrigan did a good job rolling to the boundary and getting the ball off to avoid the sack.
4 wide, 2 on each side of the field on 3rd down. Harrigan to throw, deep out route, and a good catch. Reaching up and grabbing it on the far sideline over there was Bell. He caught it at the Trojan 44-yard line is where he hauled that one in. And a first down for them.
Yeah, Ryan Harrigan showed a nice arm there. He's got a quick release, Mike, but unfortunately he hasn't had much time today to stand comfortably in the pocket and whip that ball out like he did on that one. Another first down for War Eagles.
Gain of about 10. You mentioned, well, I'll get to it after this play. He'll throw again on first down. He's got time. They're going for the deep ball down the sideline. Did he catch it? Yes. What a grab and he may be hurt. He is. Bell just laid out and caught it right around the 10 and 10.5 yard line, and he is hurt.
Yeah, it looks like he landed on it. That's going to take the wind out of him, but beautiful play call there by John Hunt. Same action on the outside. Harrigan completed the play before. Out and up on that one, double move.
Oh, he laid out a terrific grab.
Yep. And again, nice ball by Ryan Harrigan showing off the arm strength there.
He might have had his hands under the ball. It might have got a little turf, but what an effort. And he talked about the Harrigan throw. You mentioned earlier you coached against him in youth football, I'll call it. Did you see that, that he could be like this in high school back in those days? Did you see what could be for him?
Yeah, Ryan was a good athlete. He was a little late filling out. He's very thin back then. But he definitely had some tools. I'm not surprised to see that, with the work that he's put in, that he's gotten his first Division I offer. Again, he's come a long way now, standing 6'3". He's got a great frame. Again, impressed with his motion on these throws. Has a very quick motion. The quarterback for Woodward Academy last year, Landon Walker, not to be confused with Carrollton's own Landon Walker that's playing wide receiver. But that kid was tough as nails. Definitely was more of a runner, though. I think Ryan Harrigan's definitely got a better throwing motion than Landon Walker does, but Landon Walker brought a little bit more in the run game, although Harrigan has shown that he's been mobile as well. I know that his best run of the game ended up getting called back on a penalty, but once Woodward gets into their region schedule, I think Ryan Harrigan's going to be fine.
What a grab, and I think he's just outside yellow spot at the 11-yard line.
And
terrific throw and an even better catch the way he laid out and made the play. So they're first down at the 11 with 22 seconds to go in the half. 48-7, Trojans lead it, trying to carry that big lead to the locker room here. They'll break the huddle and come 4 wide, 2 to each side. Shotgun, 1 back set to the right of the quarterback. The clock will start running. Snap, Harrigan's got it, looking left. Now he's going to tuck it and run at the 10. Made a man miss to the 5, and he's out of bounds on the far side, inside the 5. And the official's going to go to about the 3-yard line. So he got 9. Got 8, I should say. 2nd and 2 coming up. 11 seconds in the half.
Yeah, another good scramble there by Harrigan. They had some screen action set up into the boundary. Harrigan stepped up in the pocket, worked his way to the sideline, got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And now we got a timeout taken here, I think. Someone is taking time.
And, Mike, I don't think anybody expected it, but with Carrollton leading 48-7, obviously we're going to be in running clock territory in the second half.
So a timeout for the Trojans as they want to talk it over defensively here. And I'll tell you what, we'll take it with them. 48-7, Trojans lead it late here in the first half. Carrollton football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Hello, I'm Keith Runnels with Merrill & Associates. We want to be your one-stop shop for all your HVAC needs. We repair, replace, install, and maintain all your home and commercial HVAC equipment. We still believe that integrity and honesty along with outstanding customer service is what sets us apart from all of our competition. Turn to the experts and give us a call at Merrill & Associates, 770-834-7330. You'll be glad you did.
Find your future at West Georgia Technical College. Right here in West Georgia, we offer hands-on, career-ready training for today's high-demand jobs. Whether you want to start a new career or level up your skills, you can graduate in 2 years or less without the debt. Our programs are fast, affordable, and designed to get you working. Plus, high school students can jumpstart their education, earning college credit with our dual enrollment program. Start your journey at West Georgia Technical College. Learn more at westgatech.edu.
Yep. Nice play there by Ryan Harrigan. Trojans brought the zero blitz on the goal line. Both backers blitzing in through the B gaps. That created a seam. Harrigan stepped up through it into the end zone for the War Eagles' second touchdown of the game.
So they have scored with 7 seconds to go in the half on the 3-yard run by the junior quarterback. Harrigan gets to the end zone. Rolls will try the PAT. Snap good, and the hold is good, and the kick is through there, and it is good. 48-14, Trojans lead it. 7 seconds left to play in the first half.
So it ended up being good clock management there by Coach John Hunt. The way the Trojans have moved the ball in the first half, anything more than 7 seconds would be a threat to go back the other way for more points.
So they've had an 80-yard touchdown pass play and now an 80-yard drive, by far their best drive of the night. But they're still down 34 points here.
Yep, and give credit to Ryan Harrigan. Again, he's been under a lot of pressure in the first half, hasn't had much time to throw. Did a nice job regrouping on that drive, completed some nice throws, made a couple nice runs. Again, once you get to the point where you're down 48-14 in the first half, you're looking for small victories, but hopefully that'll be a momentum builder for the War Eagles here in the second half. But Carrollton definitely has this one well under control.
And as you pointed out a moment ago, what running clock to begin the third quarter, right?
Yeah.
Start the third quarter?
Up 34. I don't think there's going to be a choice, I don't believe.
Rolls comes forward. High end over end kick. It is returnable at the 4-yard line. The far side of the 10. Kicks it in gear to the 15, to the 20. Cut back 25 to the 30 and out around the 35, 36-yard line. That'll be the final play of the half. Welch, a good return. And that'll send the teams to their respective locker rooms. What a debut in the first half of play for Coach Joey King and the Trojans. Year 5 for him, and got to be as good a half of football maybe as the Trojans have played. Couple of special teams touchdowns, defensive touchdowns, and some long drives and big plays on the offensive side of the ball for the Trojans, and it is 48-14 at the half.
Yep, especially when you contrast it to the performance in the first half last week against Hateville Charter, where the Trojans took a hypothetical 10-7 lead into halftime. Again, you mentioned Joey King did some interior decorating or undecorating in the locker room at half. And the Trojans, to his credit, responded in the second half, played well, and definitely looked more like the Carrollton team that we've seen out through the first 24 minutes of this one.
So it's a break. It is 48-14. Carrollton leads it here over the War Eagles of Woodward Academy. So thanks for your time in the first half here, sir. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, Mike Parrish, it's been a pleasure to be in the box with the legend. How many games would you say this is for you in your career? Close to 10,000?
No, I'm not that old. I've done that many. I don't know. Football-wise, probably getting close to 1,000 when you look at everything. I don't know.
I guess that means the two of us are averaging about 5.
Woodward marching band from Woodward Academy. Band directors are Jeffrey Rouse, Valerie Morgan, and Reed Hall. Our percussion instructor, Harrison Morgan. Tonight we will do a portion of our show in the sheer facility pop music. Our opener will be Doors by Teddy Swims and The Weeknd, Blinded Light. Later in the season we'll do Quote I Made For by Billie Eilish. And we will close our show with Africa Never by Lady Gaga. Our drum major Santos Pindagonza. Our captains are Aisha Stoller and Stephanie Seda. Our section of the week, the flutes and trumpets. Our band members of the week, Mason Rose Beer, Caitlin Jong, and Thomas McAndrew Boja. Drum major Santoshi Pindagonza is the band ready. All right, you may take the field.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field the award-winning Carrollton High School Trojan Band. Show for your entertainment tonight. We'll conclude with the battle here. This year's competition show is titled The Key to the Well. A farmer and a hunter are minding their own business when an evil king becomes jealous and is determined to take the spotlight, fighting with a malevolent wizard on the way to the village. The king steals the wizard's powerful cube and uses it to destroy the village. Later, the wizard summons a dragon to defeat the king and bring peace back to the village. Musical selections include Go the Distance, Hercules, The Wizard, Black Sabbath, My Body is a Cage, Peter Gabriel. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly debut The Key to the Realm. Trumpeter J.D. Rowell, Gail Ramirez, and Kylie Alexander. Is your band ready? The Trojan Band.
And honesty, along with outstanding customer service, is what sets us apart from all of our competition. Turn to the experts and give us a call at Merrill & Associates, 770-834-7330. You'll be glad you did.
And welcome back in to the Trojan Nation Network and Granite Sports Halftime Show alongside Larry Evans, Matt Skinner here with you for second half action. We'll hear from Ellie Pritchard down on the sidelines here in the second half in just a moment. But Larry, I didn't get a chance to watch as much of the game, but every time I looked up, I saw another score for the Trojans. We scored in the first three scores, offense, defense, and special teams, all came out and quickly 21-0. And really, everything else has been just kind of in the rearview mirror in this game.
Yeah, with the exception of giving up two big plays on defense in the passing game from Ryan Harrigan to Blake Stewart, Carrollton's really played a clean game in all three phases. You mentioned, Carrollton went right down the field and scored. Great opening possession to the 2025 season on the ensuing drive for Woodward Academy. Kind of an unfortunate situation for their first game starting quarterback. On third and long, just tried to dump the ball off on a slant. Deflected off the receiver's hands, right to the Trojans. Easy walk-in into the end zone for the second touchdown. Then a special teams touchdown on a block punt the next possession, and things really snowballed from there. I don't think anyone anticipated that Carrollton would have 48 points in the first half, but give credit to Coach Joey King's troops. Again, they started relatively slowly last week, or I'll be on, they started very slowly last week. Only led 10-7 at the half in that one. Total turn of events in this one, though. Both quarterbacks played extremely well in the first half. C.J. Cipher, I think, surprised some people by getting the start. He had the opening series. On the first half, Cipher was 7 for 11 passing for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. Didn't have any rushing yards. Mason Holtzclaw got a lot of action as well, 3 for 4 in the passing game for 64 yards. But where we see him give an added wrinkles in the run game, he had 5 carries for 27 yards and a touchdown. So both quarterbacks performing well for the Trojans. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second half. Again, Trucker Jordan, who I think would normally be the third stringer, may not be available tonight. So head coach Joey King going to have to keep distributing the reps amongst his two, really quarterback 1A and 1B, I would call it, Matt, based on how well both have played thus far. And again, both warranting future snaps, future drives for the Trojans.
Now, Holtzclaw did have a couple of design quarterback runs I was impressed with there in the first half. And obviously with Cam Wood being kind of the main guy back there, it's nice to have a guy that can run it at the quarterback position as well to show a little bit of a threat.
Absolutely. It's a +1 in the pass game. I mean, typically when the quarterback's handing the ball off, if he's not reading a defender, then automatically the defense is going to have one extra blocker where if they deploy the defenders, they're going to be able to stop the run. But when the quarterback runs the ball and everybody else is blocking, you really have to take it to the next level scheme-wise on defense to make sure that you don't get outflanked. And it's been interesting to see Joey King, the head coach of the Trojans, deploy some design quarterback runs. Again, not something that we've seen thus far in his first 4 years with the Trojans. Again, haven't had much reason for it. But again, it's just another level of spice for these defensive coordinators to stay up late about and sweat about trying to figure out a way to game plan in addition to everything else that we do on offense.
Well, we had both bands off the field ready to go. We've been out here warming up, and they still put that phantom 3 minutes up on the clock. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I rant and rave about it every year. Speaking of rave, they've got the rave cam going. The rave cam is going here at Grisham Stadium.
Yep.
So we're going to keep it here. We got about 1 minute and 48 seconds before we kick things off here in the second half. It has been all Trojans here tonight as Kieris Miller called a 26-yard touchdown pass from C.J. Seifert. Julian Vargas made the kick on a 9-play, 77-yard drive. Just took 2.5 minutes, and immediately Tyler Boyd came right back with the interception return for a touchdown, make it 14-0. Then Shim McMillan blocked a punt and returned it. Or was it Shim that blocked it? I couldn't see who blocked it. I know Shim scooped it. Do we remember who blocked it? Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
So Tyler Boyd, in his first career varsity start, has a pick six and a blocked punt.
He was all over the place.
That's a pretty impressive stat line for that young man who has already got a bunch of offers. I think he's got over 20 Division I offers as a sophomore. As Shim McMillan picked it up, and within 5-6 minutes, it was 21-0. Trojans got up 35-0. Had an Aiden Roseman fumble recovery, a Mason Holtzclaw run, and really, you take away the big 80-yard pass. That's about the only thing Woodward has done. They did hit a nice drive right before the half, but the Trojans, man, very, very impressive. We'll see what they can do coming out on defense here in the first half, and I'm assuming we'll see a lot of the starters here, especially in the third quarter. John Hunt, I don't think they're going to run the clock.
No, and this is obviously a situation that Coach John Hunt seldom finds himself in. Got some research, obviously, since this score is one that we don't typically see for the War Eagles. Tyler Sabo let us know that the largest losses in Woodward Academy history occurred back in the 70s.
He has already gone back and looked at that.
In the modern era, last season, Marist did beat Woodward 2 weeks after the Trojans played them 38-0. That's the worst loss in the modern era.
Wow. Do we have that Facebook Live read sheet? I want to make sure we read out Mr. Cade Perry. I know the Perry Law Firm is sponsoring this presentation on the Gratic Sports Facebook page, the Trojan Nation Network, as Julian Vargas will tee it up back deep for Woodward. I haven't called a football game since last year, the Douglas County game. So
if you can't find the read sheet, can I just say call Cade, get paid? Does that work?
I think he'll be okay with that. He's in Arkansas this week. Low line drive, and we're underway. This is Zayden Young. Will return it up to the 20, the 25, sidesteps a man, and gets pushed forward an extra 4 yards up to the 33-yard line. And that's where the War Eagles will set up shop. 1st and 10. We will see, let's see who we will have for Woodward. 11:49 to go here.
It's going to be Ryan Harrigan again coming back at quarterback.
So Harrigan in the first half, he had some moments of shine. He shined in some moments.
Yeah, he really did. And his numbers for the first half were pretty solid. 8 of 13, 157 yards. Again, the 180-yard touchdown pass. Did have the interception, but again, I put that more on the receiver than I do on Ryan. Took 2 sacks, but again, a lot of that was his pass protection falling apart almost instantaneously on several plays. So he's been out there fighting. I give the kid credit.
Is this Isom, the running back, I believe, beside Hannigan? He'll hand it to him up the middle to the 35, 36, 37-yard line before he's tackled by a couple of different Trojans. Big meaty Demetrius Carter in there. We'll see some Zaylen Harris as well here in the second half. Jameer Harris. Zaylen, of course, the running back. Jameer playing linebacker for us. You look on the field, Larry, and just a lot of youth. A lot of youth for us.
Absolutely. The future's bright. We do have a lot of seniors in the starting lineup this year. Obviously, that can be cause when you see how many of them for panic in the future, but future of Trojan football is...
Harrigan to pass, throws it out to the 40-yard line, is complete. A gain of about 3.5, maybe. That's the receiver, Christian Durmeyer, the senior. 5'10" and 160 pounds, maybe soaking wet. Woodward trying to go quickly here. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd down and 3. They got to get to the 44-yard line. Going from left to right. Harrigan going to pass, slant, and dropped. Just flat out dropped. Shem McMillan was in coverage, but they tried to get it out to Zayden Young, and Young just could not hold on to the football, and he had some green grass in front, green turf in front of him.
Yep, straight drop, quick game. The inside receiver to the field. Again, you mentioned number 11, Zayden Young, who's got some talent. Just ran a little slant. Harrigan put the ball on him, and he dropped it. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Looks like it's going to be a punt from the minus 41-yard line.
Tough break for the quarterback, Harrigan, the junior. Very, very talented player. We're in defense safe, and too bad we were, because the punter dropped the ball and then he shanked it off the left side of his foot, and it rolled down to, they're going to say the 30. Well, I thought he got a little generous spot there. It rolled down at the 35-yard line.
Yep, second time in the game we've seen the Woodward punter mishandle a snap. Was able to pick this one up and get the kickoff. Wasn't very pretty coming off the foot. Shanked out to the wide side of the field. Rolled out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Trojans going to have solid field position to begin their first drive of the second half.
So the Trojans will actually have their second team offensive line in there. Asher Phillips is in the ball game at center. Mark Mitchell at left guard. I think that's Raiden Avery at left tackle. I can put eyes on, or that's Trey Norman at left tackle. Harris, the running back. Holtzclaw at quarterback. Holtzclaw hands it to Harris, and Harris got hit immediately in the backfield, spun off Holtzclaw and 2 Woodward defenders, and somehow gained a yard.
Yeah, good penetration there by the defensive end, number 47, Jeroijan, the son of the Georgia Tech longtime orthopedic surgeon, Dr. X. Got in.
How did I not know that was going to come up today? 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I have an H-back in there, or tight end position. That's Jake Davis.
Yes,
Let's go, Jake. 8:30 to play here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 9. Snap to Holtzclaw. We'll have a flag. I don't think we were ever set on that right side.
Yep, looks like it's going to back it up 5 yards, procedure penalty.
Somebody got a little excited.
I think Jake Davis might have been about to get the ball there, man. You could tell he was ready to get out to his route.
The Trojans with Rontre Welch still in the game, Landon Walker in the game, and then I believe that's 18. That might be Dash Mighton up at the top, 19. You can put glasses on that. Up at the top.
Yep, that is number 19.
That's Dash Mighton. So 2nd and 14. These are all sophomores at wide receiver for us, and a junior at running back. Holtzclaw rolling to his left, looking to throw. He's got a man open and just undershot him. He had Rontre Welch on the deep flag route, credit Langston Hakeem, the sophomore defensive back, for getting the big left paw in there and knocking away, and it's going to be 3rd and 14. A little more arc on that, and Rontre is still running.
Yeah, sprint out pass to his left from Mason Holsclaw, so I had to kind of throw across his body. Again, like you mentioned, look for him on the deep flag. Good trail coverage by Langston Hakeem. Got a hand up to get the pass break up. Going to set up a 3rd and long here for the Trojans.
Very reminiscent of one of my more favorite calls I've ever had. Delta State, the Mississippi Miracle. West Georgia beat Delta State at Delta State. Ronnie Blackman called a deep flag route to upset the fried okra.
Screen coming here.
Holtzclaw steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run. He'll run out to the right side across the 33 to, I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark him. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out at the 32. I thought he got to at least the 33.
Yeah, pressure closed in on the pocket on Holtzclaw. Nice job stepping up through the pocket, showing his strength to turn what could have been a sack into a positive gain. But like you mentioned, Matt, spots a couple yards further back down the field than we expected. Going to bring up 4th and 12.
Well, you got to work on the punt sometime. 6:43 to go and counting.
Need some live reps.
And Julian Vargas will punt it away. Colton Messer will snap it. Back deep to receive, Zayden Young.
Not that Julian Vargas hasn't been one of the busiest men in the stadium tonight with all the extra points and kickoffs.
Yes. Great snap. Booming punt. Going to send Young back about 15 yards. He caught it on the 19-yard line and makes a man miss. He's up to the 30, the 35, the 40, 45. He was knocked out of bounds at the 40, they say. Or excuse me, no. They're going to say he stepped out at the 37. He squirmed out of there, and he's trying to say that he didn't, but the officials say otherwise. They say he stepped out at his own 37-yard line. So, tough break for the War Eagles. We will keep it here.
Yeah, majestic punt there by Julian Vargas. But again, when you really get a hold of one like that, it does kind of stress your coverage team. Although it looked like Keontae Kidd had a chance to bring down the returner.
There we go. We got our Great Perry and Law Firm instant replay back up here. Shout out to Patrick Glory and the whole crew tonight. I know Desiree's down here, Adam Tucker, Hugh, Derek, all the crew. I hope I'm not missing anybody. If I am, let me know. They hand it off left side to Joshua Isom, the senior. He gets about 2 yards off left tackle.
Yep, Woodward had the nub trips into the boundary, the tight end attached to create a 3-man surface. Gave the handoff to that left side into the short side of the field. Picked up a couple yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, just got it up to the 39-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 8. 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Trojans with a commanding 48-14 lead. Just trying to get to that fourth quarter and get this clock a-running. Trips receivers to the right, tight left. Isom stands beside Harrigan. Harrigan going to pass, going to throw it out of the flats to Isom. Great open field tackle by Shem McMillan, and he gets up to the 44-yard line. Shem is going to be a player to keep an eye on throughout the season. He's dealt with knee injuries. He's dealt with ankle injuries. He's been a special teams guy, a big special teams guy for us the last 2 years. And the Trojans are really going to rely on him a lot this year, Larry, especially with C.J. Gamble and Caden Spratlin. They really got to have that second middle linebacker. So if Shem or Harris can give them that ability, it's going to open up a lot of great things for the Trojans.
Absolutely. That'll be a key piece of our defensive identity that we continue to develop this season.
Formation flip, 3rd and 3. 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Harrigan to pass. He's got a man open. This time he caught it. Number 5, Alan Pickens, running around left side across the 40 to the 35, up to the 34-yard line. And a shoestring tackle brings them down there. First down for the War Eagles.
Nicely executed by Woodward there. Tried to go back to the same play to the opposite side. Ran Isom off to the flat. Trojans covered it down this time, but they left the trail receiver, number 5, I believe it was, the tight end Alan Pickens, open. Harrigan delivered it to the open man. Nice pickup after the catch, and Woodward's got something going here inside the Carrollton 35.
3:25 to go. Woodward moving, 2 receivers right, tight right, receiver left. Harrigan going to pass, steps up in the pocket. Now Mark Mitchell puts his big right paw on him, but it doesn't matter. Got it out across the 20 on a reception to Blake Stewart, who's run out of bounds and hits the track pretty hard. Who is that on the tackle? He's running back at the 7-yard line. He's got white gloves on. I think that's 17 for us. TJ Clinton.
Nice patience there by Harrigan. All 4 receivers went vertical before Blake Stewart broke it to the out. Harrigan stepped up in the pocket, delivered it on time. Stewart's limping a little bit. As Matt mentioned, he did end up over on the track. You'd hate to see him get hurt, such a big-time player.
Is he committed anywhere, Larry?
I believe Clemson.
Okay, I thought so. I knew they had a Clemson commit. I couldn't remember who it was. Yep. They're always going to have players. The Harrigan kid, he's only a junior. He's got a chance to do something as well. 2:25 to go. Play clock at 12, and they want to call timeout. I mean, they had plenty of time on the play clock, but John Hunt says otherwise. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Trojan Football on the Trojan Nation Network, the Granite Sports Facebook page, and KISS 102.7.
Find your future at West Georgia Technical College. Right here in West Georgia, we offer hands-on, career-ready training for today's high-demand jobs. Whether you want to start a new career or level up your skills, you can graduate in 2 years or less without the debt. Our programs are fast, affordable, and designed to get you working. Plus, high school students can jumpstart their education, earning college credit with our dual enrollment program. Start your journey at West Georgia Technical College. Learn more at westgatech.edu.
Back to Carrollton Trojans football on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
Nothing like a little GNR to bring us back, right, Larry? I mean, 1st and 10 for the War Eagles after the big reception inside is 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They have an H-back to the right. 2:18 to go. Trojans lead at 48-14. Harrigan to pass, looking end zone. Did he catch that ball? Yes, he did. What a catch. You can't even really blame Cam McDaniel there. He had pretty good defense, but just a heck of a play. We'll get you a number here in just a second. Was it number 5? We'll see it here on the instant replay.
I believe it was Harrigan standing tall in the pocket. Put it up for grabs in the back of the end zone.
11.
Zayden Young brought it down.
Yeah, I need to put glasses on. That was nowhere close to a 5. It was number 11 for the Woodward roster go.
Zayden Young, the senior. And he had the drop earlier in the previous drive. Redeems himself here coming down with a ball in the back of the end zone.
PAT is up and good for Woodward, as it's now a 48-21 game. We'll keep it here. 2:11 to go. And Coach King talking with Greg Norton, tonight's official. Adrian Eccles says, hey, when is Carrollton's next home game? That live social media is brought to you by Amy Brown State Farm. Well, I'm glad you asked there, Adrian. We got Columbia at home next week for a blackout hunger in Carroll County. Yeah, come out next week. The Columbia Eagles will visit the Trojans next week as the Eagles, second year in a row, coming to Grisham Stadium. Then, of course, the Highway 27 battle next week, or 2 weeks from now, against Rome. Lithia Springs on September the 5th. And then on the 12th, we travel up to Gainesville. You ready to go up to Gainesville? We're going to ride together that game.
Absolutely. Speaking of Rome, got a score, 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Rome leads Creekside 21-14 from Barron Stadium.
21-14. The Granite Sports Facebook page will be heading to Villa Rica next week. The Northgate Vikings traveling to face the Villa Rica Wildcats. You can hear that game on Great Classics 98.9 and watch it live on the Granite Sports Facebook page. Rontre Welch going to let that ball bounce into the end zone for a touchback. That was close to going out at the 1.
Yep. Second time Rontre Welch has flirted with one over towards the sideline. That one did sneak inside the pylon for the touchback earlier in the game. Woodward had a kick go out at about the 4, and obviously that gave the Trojans great field position. Here, Carrollton going to get standard starting field position.
So, fun fact, yes, Jamal Robinson, to answer your question, the blackout game is next week. Show up to Grisham Stadium with your black on. Bring Pop Top canned goods, white rice, taco seasoning, ranch, ketchup. Donating food to our local food bank. We
Great
appreciate
cause.
it.
Yep. C.J. Cipher back in the game, Matt at quarterback.
Jake Davis in the ball game as well. We will hand it off. I believe this is Harris, who is tackled immediately in the backfield by number 3, Eli Lyles, the junior defensive back, coming up and making the tackle. It's 1:55 to go.
Yep, power run there by the Trojans. Pulled Tyrell Thomas up into the hole. Nice run fit, though, by Woodward. Not much room to work.
Coach Mike Mason checking in, talking about Nate Masters, the new defensive coordinator. He's done a great job. Cam Wood has played great, Luke. Thank you for watching tonight. Cam has done a great job tonight for the Trojans.
Absolutely.
2nd down and 12 to go. 1:30, 1:29, 28, 27, 26 on the clock. We'll hand it off again. Too bad Cipher didn't keep it. I know it was going to have a face mask. How do you say 47's last name, Dr. X? What did he say, 47? Zoroijan. There you go. Well, Zoroijan got his hand into the face mask of Zaylen Harris, and that will be a 15-yard penalty. Here you see Greg Norton.
Second time this half we've seen Zoroijan in the backfield almost immediately.
So next week, Larry, while we have a little second, and I love making connections, so next week we have Villarica and Northgate, right? So do you know who the new head coach is at Northgate High School?
I do not.
Kevin Whitley. Does that name ring a bell?
I can't say that it does.
So Kevin Whitley was the coach at Stockbridge. He started at Creekside, I believe, and then went to Stockbridge. He had all those great runs at Stockbridge. We played against him in 2013. He got into the college game, was at Georgia Southern the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay, that
as a defensive back coach, and now he's back in the high school game. He's leading the Northgate program, who is we got a false start, I believe. Zoroijan was ready to go on that right side, but problem was we jumped with him.
I do recall one specific occasion when Stockbridge really got after us.
Yeah, we don't like to talk about that game. Nope. It was 48-3, I think, the final score in that. That might have been, you want to know a stat I'd like to look up, largest playoff loss. I think that game might be up there as one of them.
I would hope so. I would hope there wouldn't be much more on the other side of that one.
But I specifically remember, as you look at the scores, Central over Spalding 29-0 down in Griffin tonight. The United Community Bank scoreboard. We'll take a look at that in just a moment as well as we end the year in the third quarter. Cipher takes a snap, fakes it, now throws it out to the left side, complete to a running back out here across the 30, up near the 35-yard line. Is that Nick Archer?
I believe it is.
That's the freshman Nick Archer. I want to put a star next to Nick Archer's name. This young man, just a freshman, been thrusted into more of a playing role, obviously, and he has done a fantastic job so far. Had a great run last week. As we are, third quarter's over, Larry.
Yep, that one melted off the clock pretty quickly.
Well, it's about to get even more. No, it's a 27-point game now, so we lost the running clock. But we'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back and look at that United Community Bank scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Trojan Nation Network.
Don't miss the biggest sell of the year. It's the John Thornton Buick GMC Summer Send-Off. Right now, take $10,000 off MSRP on the new Sierra 2500 HD Denali. $6,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Buick Envision. And $5,750 off new GMC Terrain models. Hurry, because just like summer, these deals won't last long. John Thornton Buick GMC on North Park Street in Carrollton. GMC. We are professional grade.
On TNN, the Trojan Nation Network. As we rock and roll on through here in the fourth quarter, bringing our good friend Larry Evans back. We'll let him look at the statistics, but I do want to take a look at the United Community Bank's scoreboard and just, if I can find, our good friend Kevin Hemphill sent us a big group message earlier with all the scores, or I could go over to the GPB Sports app. I may or may not know the people that run that. I got to re-download it. I got to reinstall it. Give it a second. Here is the Trojans going now from left to right on the 34-yard line. All I want for Christmas is a Woodward comeback and to be featured on Graddick Sports. Kevin Woods volley. Well, Christmas came early. You got featured by Graddick Sports, but the comeback is not happening. 2nd and 9 here in the fourth quarter. Handed up the middle to Archer. It is. Hey, let's try to go down. Is Ellie down there? Let's try to go down to Ellie real quick and see if she's got anything in the third quarter. Ellie, go ahead.
Down here, I think that, like y'all said about our team is mostly sophomores going into this year with just a couple returning seniors, and I think that can really help us too this season and for more to come, just with our stronger classes coming up. I also think that we've seen, like you said about Vargas, a lot of extra points going on. I think he's been on the field maybe sometimes even more than our defensive has. But yeah, so we're about to get started with this next play with CJ Cypher.
Well, Cypher hands it off. Great work, Ellie, as we give it to Archer on 3rd down and 6, and he picks it up. A 3rd and a long 5, and Archer up the middle. He needed about 5 yards, and he got 6.5 for a first down. Good hard run by Nick.
Yep, great run by Nick. Woodward Academy had all 11 walked up within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the Trojan offensive line, opening up a lane and able to keep the sticks moving. Carrollton did not have much offensive production in the third quarter. We weren't on the field very long. I think we only had 6 yards of passing offense in that third quarter. But again, Woodward possessed the ball most of that third quarter. Hopefully the Trojans can control the clock here in the fourth.
1st and 10 now. 48-21 your score. Trojans in the lead. Handed off right side to Nick Archer. And down he goes about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Number 5. That's Alan Pickens. Makes the tackle, and he's a little shaken up.
Yep, outside zone run there. Great pursuit by the Woodward defense. Cut the field off. Nowhere for the ball to go. And Alan Pickens, who we've seen at tight end all night, again, one of those players going both ways. Coach John Hunt has a very well-coached team, talented team, but with so many players playing both ways, at this point in the game,
it looks like a cramp.
Yep.
Well, we'll keep it here and run down some scores on the United Community Bank scoreboard. We appreciate, thank you, Jimmy Beck, sending me those scores. I appreciate it. Coach Nick White tuning in as well. Their game got canceled. Their game got canceled tonight.
Marist.
Yeah, they don't play until tomorrow now.
I had a buddy going up there from Marist.
Fellowship Christian, is this a real score? Fellowship Christian up 20-0 on Bowden?
I think Tucker confirmed that score earlier.
Wow. 49-0. No surprise there. Hurd over the Angoras. I am proud of Villarica tonight. They're battling 35-17 against Troop. This is the United Community Bank scoreboard, of course, and Troop, talking to Austin Barron, they didn't have a lot of wide receivers this week. They had some injuries. Central up 30-0. How about the Temple Tigers up 35-12? And Haralson County, do we have an updated Haralson County score? It's 7-0 in the first. Anything else? Rain delay. God bless them.
Trojans out in the shotgun. You're on 2nd 11. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. Jake Davis.
We're gonna get a slip out. Is that Colton?
No, it's Colton. Yep.
Or is that Unimaka? I think that's Kamai.
Yeah, that's
Kamai
85.
Unimaka.
Yep. Good eye.
Who? Well, I can tell because the Joker can run the hurdles. He is a very good hurdle runner. Jake Davis does come in motion. He throws a little block out there. We maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice block by Mark Mitchell.
Yep.
A Trojan grappler.
Jake Davis motioned across the formation in the short side of the field, got his momentum going. Lead block into the boundary.
3rd down and 10.
And Woodward still has some of their starters out there. They're fighting hard, going up against some of the younger Trojans, getting some valuable reps here against a quality team.
3rd down and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. 8:56 to go. 48. Nothing better on a Friday night under the lights. I miss it. Black and gold forever from Adrian Eccles, senior. Appreciate it, Adrian. Amy Brown getting a lot of love tonight on the Facebook page. We'll hand it up the middle. Nick Archer. Look at the man running through tackles across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 7.
Great second effort there by Nick Archer. Picked up at least 2 more yards, and instead of 4th and 6, the Trojans are going to be looking at 4th and 4 on the Woodward side of the field at the War Eagle 49. Looks like Coach King's keeping the offense on the field at this point. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the clap cadence.
Yeah,
we haven't seen anybody jump today.
I'll try to draw them off sides.
That's a badge of honor, especially if you can get it done against a well-coached team like Woodward. Carrollton being very deliberate, obviously in no hurry with this lead. Coach King not trying to run up the score. Play clock down to 7. We may take a timeout here as the game clock approaches 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Rome and Creekside tied 21-21 in the second quarter. Did we ever find that Facebook Live green sheet? Not. It's disappeared on us, hasn't it? Oh, here it is. I think it's it. No, that's last year's.
While you look for that, I do want to give a special hello to someone watching all the way in Starkville, Mississippi, my biggest fan, JC Sabo.
Oh, JC. How's she doing?
She's doing great. You know, she enrolled for the summer semester at Mississippi State. She's helping get the volleyball team ready to begin their season, I believe, on August 23rd. She's on scholarship as a student manager in the SEC. Doing great, made a 4.0 summer semester. Really proud of her.
Mike must have taken that daggum read sheet. But as you see, the Innovative Benefits Consulting Double Vision Cam. I'm going to give a shout out to our Trojan Nation Network sponsors, Osier Apparel, Carroll Realty and Insurance, Addison Smith Residential Services, Widener Family Dentistry, Clark & Company Roofing, John Thornton Cadillac Buick GMC here in town, Pool RX, Scott's Plumbing and Septic, Allman Funeral Home, Addison Smith Residential Services, and the Carrollton City Schools Education Foundation. Once again, reminder, next week, it's our broadcast, Villarica and Northgate battling it out up at the MAC.
Offense going to stay on the field here for the Trojans. Again, I would not be surprised if we just get a clap cadence, try to get the War Eagles to jump. So hopefully Carrollton can stay on the field and run the rest of this clock out. And maybe punch one in. Wouldn't mind seeing half 100, Matt.
Well, we'll run Nick Archer up to the line. Everybody on the line of scrimmage except for Archer and Cypher. We'll run it right side, 45-40, first down. That's a John Thornton Buick GMC Cadillac first down. How about it?
Yep, I think we had some extra heavy personnel there. It was a 2 tight end look, but I think we had an extra lineman in there. Archer got the handoff, worked his way to the edge, looked like an outside zone run.
Well,
saw daylight.
Coach King did not want to give them the ball back.
He did not. They've been moving the ball pretty well second half. It doesn't matter how much you're up as a coach, and especially someone like me from a defensive background, you hate seeing points given up late.
7:15 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Trojans leading at 48-21. We'll come down to Ellie after this play, see what she's got to say for us here in just a second.
Woodward loading up the box. Everybody walked up.
Yeah, they have, 8 guys in the box. Carrollton just taking as much time as they can. 13-12 on the play clock. Just letting it roll. And we would assume this is Nick Archer to the left. It'll be Nick Archer. He'll run left side. Ball came out. Ball did come out. And recovered by number 3 from Woodward, Eli Lyles. We'll see if we can get this on the Granick Sports and the Perry and Lawyers instant replay over here.
Power run inside, tried to run behind B.J. Rawlings, pulling up inside. Not
47, the Zoroijan.
He's been very active today.
He poked it out of there, and that's the one thing Nick has to work on through 2 games. That's his second fumble, and he'll be the first to tell you he's got to work on that. And I know Coach King, he talks very highly of Nick, but he's got to hold on to the football. You can't run if you can't hold on to it.
Yep. Third time counting the scrimmage this year. The ball's been on the turf for the Trojans. Definitely something to clean up heading in the next couple weeks.
Harrigan going to throw out here. This is a big receiver. Oh, it takes a shot across the 45 at the 47-yard line. That's Tate. Number 6, Miles Tate. He's just a sophomore.
Yep, 6'3", 215 pounds. He's listed as a tight end. They had him split out as the receiver into the boundary. Harrigan quickly whipped it out to him. Good pickup on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 2.
5:20 to go, fourth quarter. Trips to the right, a receiver down here to the left. Running back in the game is Isom. Hands it to him, left side. Isom with a stiff arm across midfield to the 46-yard line. Run out of bounds by number 63 for us, Tony Akra.
Yep, Trojans had a chance to get Isom on the ground for a pickup of 1 or 2. Ran through a would-be tackle. Into the boundary. Good pickup. And another first down for Woodward.
I will say this. The Georgia High School Football Daily did have the spread at 22 points.
They're about as good as Vegas. They might be Vegas.
But there's no gambling in high school football, Larry. Remember
Never.
that. Remember that. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Boom! Right there. Hit hard by 44, Zane Wyatt.
Yep, great
young linebacker. The junior linebacker with a big hit. But credit Isom. He carried the load a little bit longer there and got up to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, turned it into a nice gain. Again, not much room to run. Good run fit by the Trojans.
And you see the collision. Boom.
Wyatt stepped up to fill, but Isom's impressed me today.
Big B.J. Rollins just pushed him forward. That's a big boy. B.J. Rollins right there at the nose guard.
Rollins was just on the field on offense. He's getting some both-way work tonight.
2nd and 6. Ball at the 41-yard line. Handed off right side on a jet sweep, and pow! Somebody came up and hit him hard. At 46 for us, J.D. Jones. Junior linebacker, outside linebacker. Hey, Nate Masters going to be very pleased with the film for that right there. What a great play by 46.
Yep, on the outside zone. First rule of thumb is you got to cut the field off. Great job there by the Trojans doing that, forcing the ball back inside.
I do want to credit, was that 17 Clinton?
Yeah, I think Clinton cut the field off and forced it back inside.
Yeah, whoever came up from the outside right there and forced it back in. As they'll throw it out there to the right. That was a different quarterback. That's number 7. Roland Potts, the junior, completes it out to number 16, Navy Kamara.
Yep, Roland Potts, a little bit more of a runner. Had some design runs for him last week in the scrimmage against Greater Atlanta Christian. He got quite a bit of run late in that once the score got out of hand. He's a big kid. He's listed at 6'2", 180, but he looks a little bit thicker than Ryan Harrigan, who's listed at 185.
Ball at the 34 after the first down completion. 2:30 to go, fourth quarter. 48-21 your score. And miscommunication there. They wouldn't dare call an intentional grounding. That's exactly what Greg Norton's coming to ask. Nope, he's going to just get the football.
Yeah, I think they're going to let it slide. The receiver was in the area. I think Potts just thought he was going to run vertically.
I have seen it, though. It is up to the referee's judgment, but you see it quite often.
Oh, yeah, in high school, most people think that if you break the pocket, you can just throw it away without a receiver in the area, but there's got to be a receiver in the area.
Every single receiver was blocking on that play. They'll hand it off to 26 right side, and a fantastic tackle by 48. Is that 48? It is Harry Riggins.
Yep, nice job by Harry Riggins getting up the field, another perimeter run into the boundary.
Trojans just rotating guys in right now, young guys after young guys. But Harry Riggins made a nice arm tackle, and it's 3rd down and 9.
Yep, kept the ball from getting to the edge. Nice job defending some of these perimeter runs by the younger Trojans.
We're going to get you out of here quick tonight as the Trojans, it's been all Carrollton, 48-21. They were not going to score here in the second half, but they took care of all the business they needed to in the first half. Pass, deep, incomplete. In coverage for the Trojans was Aiden Lockett. It was intended for, was that Darion Kotson, I believe, and it's 4th down. And Woodward will go one last time. Our player of the game tonight is going to be Tyler Boyd. He had a block punt, 2 tackles, and a pick 6. How about that for your first career varsity start? That is your elite golf cars player of the game.
And he wasted no time getting that work in, Matt. That was right out of the gate.
Take
a lot of big plays in the first quarter.
Do we have a power play of the game? If we do, I've got that. We can put that up on the Facebook.
I thought that was hockey, Matt.
4th and 9. Pass almost intercepted there by Jaden Johnson. The defensive end had a chance at the pick, slipped through the fingers, and with 15 seconds left, or 10 seconds, the clock's still running. The clock is still running. They're just going to let the clock roll, I suppose.
Yep, mission accomplished for the Trojans.
We're fine with that.
Yep, absolutely.
Ellie, you want to try to catch up with Coach King? Just ask him thoughts on the game if you want to. It's up to you.
I am headed there now.
All right, we'll keep your mic on, and whenever you have them, you let us know.
Okay.
Final score, Trojans 48, Woodward Academy 21. Patrick, do we have a power play sponsor to throw up? If we do, I've got one for you. We do. It's the Carroll County Recreation Power Play of the game. He should have told me. He's up here.
There we go.
Appreciate Carroll County Recreation for sponsoring our Power Play of the game. Shem McMillan, the block punt by Tyler Boyd for a touchdown.
Right now? I'm ready.
You ready? Let's go. Coach King's ready. Go ahead, Ellie.
Okay, what are your thoughts about the game?
I thought we played a really good first half, except for the end of the first half. I told them in the locker room at halftime we played a good first half, not a great first half, but we were right there at it. Ultimately, I was pleased with how we finished, and it's always good to come away with a win in game 1.
Yeah, I realized that y'all had a lot of extra points and a lot of time with field goals and kickoffs. I know that Vargas did a great job. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I thought we played well on special teams. We scored 2 special teams touchdowns, scored a defensive touchdown, so all 3 phases of the game were pretty clean.
Well, thank you so much, and y'all played a heck of a game.
Thank you. Go Trojans.
Thank you, Ellie. Great job. First interview in the books. Not bad.
Very nice, Ellie.
Great job. Great job. Coach King's going to be happy he got that out of the way. He's got to talk to Mr. Tucker Cole real quick. And then our final, where'd my sheet go? All Seasons Roofing. There it is. Unsung hero. You don't need an arm and a leg, just a finger and a toe. That's the unsung hero from All Seasons Roofing. A C.J. Seifert tonight. 8 for 12, passing 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Larry, final thoughts.
A very efficient performance. Both quarterbacks look good. Both bring different strengths to the table. Again, we got to see some design quarterback run from Mason Holsclaw, which excites me. C.J. Seifert, though, very nice job in the pass game. 8 for 12, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carrollton ended up with only 294 yards of total offense in the game. Again, we did get 3 touchdowns from phases other than the offense. And really, Carrollton probably could have named a number. You know, we got to 48 points very early in the second quarter. Again, Coach King's not going to try to run it up against someone like Coach Hunt, who runs a class program at Woodward. Again, the important thing today is getting to 1-0 and getting to that next week. And fortunately, it looks like everybody got out healthy.
As you see, Trojans wrap it up tonight, 48-21. We'll take on Columbia next week. Come out to Grisham Stadium, bring some canned goods with pop-top lids. We're going to black out hunger in Carroll County next week at Rome on the 29th of August, and then Lithia Springs at Gainesville and Parker. So a very tough non-region schedule. For Ellie Pritchard down on the sidelines, for Larry Evans sitting beside me, Mike Paris did a great job calling the first half. We appreciate him and all that he does. For Thad Ferguson and Kevin Higgs, our great statisticians. For Patrick Glory and the entire crew on the Gradic Sports Facebook page, I'm Matt Skinner, writing to you guys to have a great evening. And we will talk to you next Friday night right here on the Trojan Nation Network and KISS 102.7.
I'm former Atlanta Braves Otis Nixon. I know a thing or two about a steal, and I got a steal.